Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Swinburne Centre here at Richmond. It's the old Punt Road Oval, and this is a little bit historic because we are going to call the Bendigo Thunder versus Kew round 11 clash of the NFL. And it's very special. We have an affiliation, the Bendigo Thunder, with the Richmond Football Club. And right now, this is very special. With me is Stewie Dunn. Hello, Stu.
G'day, Coggo. Excited to be here, mate, at the home of the greatest football team in the
world.
world.
Here we go. We're already started with this.
Last night aside, we're very pleased to be here.
No one at the Swinburne Centre wants to talk about that. They just want to, like a road, like a hump, mate, just get over it and move on. Emma Grant is last year's captain for the Bendigo Thunder and played AFLW. No booing, please, Stu, for Collingwood this year. Emma, hello.
Hello, Brian. Nice to be here.
It's great to be here. What a great ground. I tell you what, Stu, if you had some money and put a few more grandstands around here, you could probably use it, couldn't you, for AFL?
You have to be very elite to be invited into this company, mate, so not a lot of seats are required. But it is a beautiful ground. Just been redeveloped, of course, in the last couple of years. MCG proportions now, and the surface is immaculate. It's fantastic. Yeah,
nice bit of traffic. You've got the trains over the back. The MCG is just over the road. You look over the thing and see over the back here and see the light towers. It's all a bit special.
Yeah, it is, and the very flash scoreboard running over there too that we'll be able to keep track of things on, which is a nice addition, and very welcoming too. The Richmond Footy Club today, they've put on a nice spread and welcomed the Bendigo Thunder and Kew people in, which is fantastic as well.
Yeah, indeed. It is good to have Kew out here. They're going all right this season. They're sitting fifth on the NFL ladder. The Northern Football League, which is Division 1, and the Bendigo Thunder going very well, 10-zip. But it really doesn't mean anything in a way because we're down here in Melbourne. It's a different ground for the Bendigo Thunder. Em?
Yeah, last time they met, they played on the QEO, but it was quite wet, quite heavy rain, so different conditions here, so it'll be an interesting game.
It will be interesting, and of course the Division 1, which is this competition, the next one up, just to let you know what the go is the VFL. You play with Diamond Creek, and you guys are going all right, the top of the ladder as well.
Yeah, we had a big game yesterday against Melbourne Uni, who was sitting second. We had a good win, so yeah, going along nicely, but yeah, as you said, anything can happen from here on in, so just looking forward to hopefully getting a few more wins and hitting the finals well. Just
great to have Vision this afternoon on behalf of the Richmond Football Club. Tell your friends, just jump on the website, richmondfc.com.au. How it goes, just some history behind the Bendigo Thunder and the Richmond Football Club is that we've been around for 6 years now, the Bendigo Thunder.
Correct.
And we felt as though we needed to affiliate and get involved with an AFL club. We spoke to a couple, lucky enough that I think all the planets lined up, Stewie, and Richmond came at the right time that we were looking for a partner as well, and here we are. And I've got to say, and I've dealt with a few of AFL clubs, but this one here is very, very good, and you can see why it has so many members and so many passionate people that get around the Richmond Footy Club.
Absolutely. I've, of course, been involved, well, all my life, really, as a supporter, but as a member for a long, long time now. And, yeah, the footy club here is always really well run. And under Brendan Gale, of course, it's been a great thing in the last few years to see the way they've looked after members and stakeholders. And, yeah, it's a great partnership for the Bendigo Thunder.
Yes, indeed. It is a partnership for 3 years, which will continue. And as I said, hopefully the future is bright. The women's team, I know that'll be discussed right now as we speak. And towards the end of the month, maybe not this month, maybe next month, there'll be a decision on how many teams enter AFLW. Fingers crossed it is Richmond. If it isn't, we'll just push on and look at VFL and things like that. So the future, there's 60-odd girls training or playing with the Bendigo Thunder with two teams in the NFL and also the Northern Country League. But reserves not playing today. They've got a bye, but they're sitting on top as well. So the future is bright, isn't it, Emma, around the Central Victorian region for girls?
Oh, absolutely. And we've got some amazing junior girls playing as well. We've got plenty of youth girls teams in the Bendigo Junior Footy League. So, yeah, the future's huge in Bendigo.
And the thing is that through the week you were here at Richmond, there was a girls' day out. Tell us about that.
Yeah, a bit of a come and try day that Kate Sheen put on just to give girls a bit of an experience at an AFL club. And so it was fantastic to see a few of the Bendigo girls down here having a run on Punt Road and having a look at the facilities and being tested. And, yeah, I think, a fantastic opportunity for those girls and for a fair few girls around the country. So, yeah, fingers crossed that Richmond have put in a fantastic proposal to the AFL and hopefully they'll get some good news towards, probably in August, start of August.
Bit of a pipe dream for you years ago, to know that if I had said to you years ago that you'd be running around with an AFLW side, then you probably would have said to me, what am I on? But you're certainly doing that, and it is gettable, isn't it, for country girls?
Oh, absolutely. And it's fantastic, that link with Richmond and the Bendigo Thunder. But obviously all the other clubs are out looking at Thunder girls as well, seeing as though they're being pretty dominant at the moment. So hopefully a few more Thunder girls will be pulling on an AFLW jersey next year.
The game's about to start soon, Stewie. Some of the girls to look out for the Bendigo Thunder would be number 3, Tiana Cochran. It's her birthday today. She's 19 today.
Yeah.
What a superstar she is going to be. The captain, Leah French, is in scintillating form. Probably best on ground the last 3 games. She's had a knee injury, had 4 weeks off, and has come back the last 3 weeks and been outstanding. Number 5 is Leah French. And also number 10, have a look at Cody Jarks, 16 years old.
Yeah, she's fantastic. Junior, obviously just missed out on Vic Country selection, but will be definitely playing in that next year as a top age player. So she's got silky skills, and looking forward to her running around on this big oval today. And
just on the back of Kew too, obviously playing against the Bendigo Thunder today, there is quite a few girls that have got a bit of VFL experience. Yeah,
we've got 2 girls coming back from Box Hill, so Charlotte Marnie and Bronte Bilston are coming in for Kew this week, and have been part of Box Hill's VFL squad. So looking forward to seeing them play.
Stewie, it's fascinating when you get the girls together. We look at Bendigo, and I'm sure it's the same for Kew, but we've got a couple of basketballers out there. We've got a hockey player. We've got some netballers, obviously, a double up in sports. But just amazing that, it's all come together. They all want to play footy.
Yeah, it's fantastic, isn't it? I mean, I know I'm the father of a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old girl, and they got involved in the junior footy last year in the Bendigo competition. And to see those kids running around of a Friday night, an oval full of girls who just a few years ago didn't have that opportunity, and you think that's Bendigo, but that's also happening in every centre and every place around the state and probably around Australia. And it's just fantastic that these girls can now get hold of a sport that we've all loved for a long time, but they haven't had the opportunity to play, and to see how far it's come in such a short space of time is fantastic, really.
Thanks to Grill Bendigo. Of course, Grill do a lot with the Richmond Footy Club as well. Mr. Bob's is a beautiful new bar in Bendigo. It's her gym, and also Channel 9, who are one of our major sponsors, Channel 9 Central Victoria. We thank you here at the Swinburne Centre. It is the Bendigo Thunder versus Kew, round 11 clash of the NFL. Why do they call the captain of Kew Nana?
They call her Nana, so that's Sarah McKenna, because of her age. Now, I'm not sure exactly how old she is, but I hear she's getting on, but I hear she's also a very good player. So I've been told to call her Nana. Here she goes into the middle for the toss.
I'm guessing Coggo and I probably wouldn't call her Nana.
I'm just thinking if she's how old do you reckon she is? To be 30 something?
Yeah.
How you going, Stu? How you feeling?
I certainly won't be dropping a Nana to anyone who's in their 30s.
The great grandpa, I would have thought. Anyway, the both of us umpires are just shaking hands with the captains, as you said, Sarah McKenna from Kew and also Leah French from the Bendigo Thunder. Coin toss, so it looks like Bendigo have won the toss. They will go towards the city end of the Swinburne Centre. So when we call the game, it's the city end and also the punt road end, Stewie.
Yeah, very familiar with those terms, of course, at the MCG. We're running basically the same directions with the main ground there, so people at home will know exactly what we're talking about. And, of course, enjoying the stream on richmondfc.com.au, which is another great initiative by the footy club to put that on today so people can enjoy this game wherever they are.
Yep, and if you are a Richmond supporter watching at the moment, welcome. Grab all your friends, grab all the fans, because the Bendigo side that is playing at the moment, we want you to get right behind them because they're your team. We're affiliated with you, and we want to show you just what we're made of. It's a big day for the girls. I know they're extremely nervous, Emma, coming to the ground. It's very historic. It's been here since 1880, do you believe that, Punt Road? And they're all pretty excited, weren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic opportunity, and I think obviously playing on the QEO in Bendigo is going to help them a lot. Obviously this ground size is quite large, but obviously they've played quite a few games at the QEO, and they're just looking forward to hopefully playing the brand of footy that they've been playing for the last 10 games.
Uniquely, the coach of the Bendigo Thunder is Russ, and Russell Radcliffe is taking over from this game from the coach, which is Cherie O'Neill, who's on Navy duty.
She is. She's up in Townsville, and I've seen a few photos of some helicopters and stuff, and she's enjoying her time up there. But she's obviously shattered to be missing out on this, but will be, I'm sure, keenly watching and hopefully getting some score updates when she can.
And also concerned that she gets her job back. We'll see. We've got Adam doing some stats here besides the great man Stewie Dunn, so we'll be having a peek at those throughout the game as well. Game's not far away. We're at the Swinburne Centre, round 11 clash. It is the Bendigo Thunder versus Kew. We've got quite a group from Bendigo that have made their way up, and I noticed the hot food stand over there that you haven't got there yet, Stu. You'll have to wait.
No, just saving that for later, mate. But it is a nice little crowd building up here, which is good to see. You probably can't see it so much on the stream, given they're all sort of sitting at the camera side of the ground, but good little crowd.
Here we go, the first bounce NFL clash. It is round 11, Bendigo Thunder versus Kew at the Swinburne Centre for Grill Bendigo. Mr. Bob's It's Her Gym, and also Channel 9. Stewie, do the honours and take us away.
So it's going to be Jack Lutic and Lucy Hurd in the middle, and Lutic running away with the Thunder. Couldn't quite get hold of the footy. Just rolling it towards half forward. Now she goes again at ground level. Wrapped up. Umpire's going to get involved, and we'll have a ball up. We've just moved just fractionally the Thunder's way. Of course, they're kicking to that city end in the first quarter. Up we go. Big knock comes forward Kew's way again. Big pack of players around the footy. Hard to get a clean possession. Lutic went again. Got a little handball to Cochrane, who was taking a good tackle. And ball in the centre of the ground still. Wrestling around in there. Lots of players around this footy. And hard to pick up. Eventually now, spilling the Thunder's way. They got an opportunity there through Bibby, who couldn't quite get hold of it. Kew will mop up. Middle of the ground, a little ball off the left foot there, didn't go too far. Again, Kew bustling in. It's very hard to win clean possession. We've got lots of players around this footy, as you can see. Finally, though, the Thunder have gone forward through Barkla.
Picked up on the outside, well, on the flank here, right in front of the broadcast side. Here's Leah French, the captain, gets tackled, gets a handball away. Bibby for the Bendigo Thunder. It's 2-on-1. They should be able to get this ball, Kew. It's all wrapped up right in front of us. The umpire says play on. French back to Flanagan for the Thunder. Gets a kick over the head of a teammate. That's Ruby Campbell. Kew have the chance to wrap up here. Gets a handball out. No one in particular. Picked up now, and a kick away from Kew as they clear it back towards the centre, Stewie.
And a nice mark there taken for Kew by Natalie Gills. I was watching her pre-game. She looked like she might have dislocated a finger in the warm-up, so looks like she's okay, though. Thunder now will get back at half-back. Wilson, a nice little use of the footy. Kick comes forward to Bibby. Couldn't quite get hold of it. DeLuca there, put the pressure on for Kew. One clean possession, spills out to Hurd, who'll kick them inside 50. Plenty of space on offer. Bouncing footy. Getting back there was Cochrane, who just evaded her. Ground level, they've wrestled it out again. Spills out the back, though, and Shaw runs in, kicks the first goal of the game for Kew.
Just gone 2 minutes and 5. Kew, 1 goal. First scorers for the game. Thunder yet to score on the Grill Bendigo scoreboard. Emma Grant.
Yeah, what a fantastic start by Kew. Actually speaking to Theo, their coach, before the game, their biggest aim was improvement and to actually score, because last time they didn't score against Bendigo, so they can tick that one off straight away. So a fantastic start there by Kew.
Great start. I thought Thunder had a few chances there to go forward. Didn't have the numbers though, Em.
No, just a bit unclean. Just got to get that ball when it's on the ground, pick it up and get it off. So hopefully, they get another crack this time.
Here we go. Thunder are kicking to the city end of Punt Road here, and obviously Kew to the Punt Road end of the Swinburne Centre. Tap out by the Thunder. Everyone's in there. The umpire says he's picked out a free kick. This one will go to Berger for Kew on the run. Looks for a teammate, gets a kick away. It's not a bad one. Goes 40 metres. Teammate in front, punched away. Here's the Thunder with a chance through Abby Hay. Tackle is good. The umpire says, nope, give it to me. We'll ball it up. We're about 55 out from the Kew goal. Gone a little bit over 3 minutes, first quarter action, thanks to Grill Bendigo.
Up high on the forward flank there again. Lutic with a big punch out of the pack. Cochrane led in the race for the Thunder again. Heavy tackle applied, but they've got the numbers. Ball spills out, and they'll go forward, the Thunder, inside 50. Hard to find an option up there, though. Plenty of space to work in, and tracking it out is Bilston Gawley for Kew. Looked for the boundary line, but gathered it just inside, and now they're away with a kick down the outer side. It's going to come straight back in, though, courtesy of French, who got it over the top, and nearly a nice mark there, taken for the Thunder up forward by Ross. Couldn't quite hold on to it, and now Kew with an opportunity to clear the footy. Little handball there came from Mahoney. Messy footy and an opportunity for the Thunder now, putting it on the boot and popping it
Cody Jarks,
Cody Jarks.
16-year-old M. That's a great effort. Sammy May was good there for the Thunder as well.
Yeah, fantastic kick by Cody from about 30 out. Obviously just got a bit of space there, which is fantastic to draw level.
16-year-old from not from Castlemaine, sorry, from Mount Heathcote.
Yes.
Heathcote, out that way. And Sammy May is a physio with the Western Bulldogs AFLW side.
Yeah, correct. A couple of the girls from Kew are also affiliated with AFL teams. Number 2, Jess Berger, and number 9, Nat Gills with the Doggies.
All even here, 4.5 minutes gone, first quarter action. Thanks to It's Her Gym and Channel 9. Stewie Dunn. We're at the Swinburne Centre, the Thunder versus Kew.
Up they go in the middle again. It was Hurd for Kew, who had hands on the footy first, and she followed up. Got a little scrubby kick towards half forward. G coming through nicely. There was Gill's little turn of speed. Got it over the top to Rose, who was just bumped off the kick to Shaw. 55 from goal. Goes long and high into the forward line. Set a task there for Whiting, and she almost managed to hold the mark. Just drifts it into the pocket now. Hard footy again down there. Smothered kick from Bibby was nice. Gee, they went in hard.
Ouch.
The umpire gets involved. And it's going to be a free going to Kew. Might be Shaw.
It's Mahoney.
Down there.
Mahoney down there.
In fact, who did a couple of nice things in that passage of play.
35 out. Chance to put Kew's second goal on the board. And they've had all the play, well, most of the play in the last 60 seconds. So deserving a goal. Throws the mouthpiece out. Just get rid of that. That'll make me concentrate a little harder. Mahoney going for Kew's second goal. Comes in 35 out. Gets it on the boot okay. Might not make the distance. If it does in fact, it's just hit the line. That's another point. So Kew, 117. No, it's not. It's a goal, is it? Wow. Very much on the line. I didn't realise that. My eyes don't go that far.
I think Jack touched it over the line, so a fantastic kick there by Kew, and I think Theo's going to be a very happy man down there.
2 goals, that makes it to Kew. Thunder 1 goal. 6 minutes gone, first quarter. Emma, this is the start that Kew would have wanted, and it's probably the thing that the Thunder needs too to get back into action. Let's see how they can rebound after this. Ball's thrown up in the middle. Lautet gets the punch away this time. Goes to no one in particular. Kew get a handball out. Kicks out of the centre. Goes towards Barkla from the Thunder, and she takes the mark on the true centre half forward position. Looks for a teammate. Goes out wide towards the train station end of the Swinburne Centre. The ball is in dispute out there. Chasing it out that way is the Kew player in Coulter. Stacks them out. In fact, gets a kick away as Cody Jarks. Not too many Thunder players there. Kew leading the race to the ball. Ball's in dispute. Picked up out of there by Sammy May. Does she get a handball away? The umpire says yes. There's about 4 or 5 that have just jumped on the ball. In fact, the umpire will come in and he'll bounce this one. We're 7 minutes into this first quarter. It is Kew by a goal.
Umpire throws it up at half forward there for the Thunder. Tracking back after that footy was Humphrey. She got it back around and found Cochrane in the middle of the ground. Just a little untidy handball went backwards now. She gathers it again. They got a bit of time and space, the Thunder. Another little fumble. Just a few nerves out there, I reckon. Early bounce from Cochrane again as she gathered it and squares it across the ground to French. She's got time and can move through a couple of players there. Kick towards half forward. Gee, nice knockdown there from Hurd. Not just chopped it off. Pack develops, and looks like we're going to see our ball up. In fact, it was Lodge who knocked that one down, not Hurd.
Just got a feeling at the moment they're running on the spot a bit, the girls from the Thunder. I noticed Cody Jarks had a chance to grab that ball, kind of waited for someone else.
A few nerves, I think, early on from both teams here as Lautit knocked it down that time. Not sure that was all that fair, but the umpire let it go. Berger kicked it forward for Kew. Half forward again. Players scrabble for the footy. Hard possession here to win. Kew got it out to North. She was quickly wrapped up. This time, though, McKenna kicks it high towards half forward. Good attempt on the mark there. Came from Perry. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Footy in dispute now. Nice little palm off there from Harding. Just created a bit of space, but they quickly lock it up. The Thunder umpire might have to get involved here. No, lets it flow. Comes to Bibby, who finds that extra bit of space and moves it out to the wing.
Nice mark taken by Amanda Caro, or Carrad. She's a police officer back in Bendigo, so you don't want to argue with her. Left foot comes back. There's Jarks, the 16-year-old for the Thunder. 65 out from goal. She goes short back to the middle to Carrad, who marks the ball. Might even go back to her. Looks one way. Goes short. Who's she got on? She's got a teammate in there, and that is Sarah Merck. No one on the mark, so she says play on. Gets a kick away. Goes towards the forward line. Airlie Bailey gets a handball back to Bibby for the Thunder. Oh, and the umpire says you let it go. No, play on. Should have been. There's Sammy May. Gets a kick away for the Thunder. This one will be out of bounds and probably should have paid that dropping the ball, I thought.
Absolutely. Yeah, much better play there by the Thunder. They just cleaned up their skills 100% there, which made them have a really good inside 50, inside 30 in fact. But yeah, obviously pretty lucky there with the call.
Here goes Kew, gets a kick forward. No one really wants this. Picked up out of the pack there by Whiting from Kew. Ball bounces in front of the commentary box here. That one will be out of bounds as we've gone nearly 10 minutes this first quarter, all thanks to Grill Bendigo. Stewie Dunn.
Boundary umpire will do the honours. It is, of course, 2 straight goals, Kew, 1 goal, the Thunder, and we're just ticking down towards the 10-minute mark of this first term. Of course, 20 minutes, no time on, if I'm correct. Bibby gets the handball back and finds French, who's just forced it backtrack a lot in fact, took it all the way back to half-back, but they went back to go forward, the Thunder. Cochrane, just a little fumble, might have been taken high, got the handball to Bibby. Her kick, though, is wide, too wide, and out on the full.
Great pressure from Kew there, just make them retreat a fair bit. So Kew are on here. I feel like they've brought their A game, which is fantastic, and it's great to see the Thunder being pushed.
Big occasion for the Thunder, and there's a few nerves, I think, a little bit of fumbling, just not quite clean with the footy a couple of times.
Stewie's right too. It is 20 minutes. There's no time on in Division 1 NFL. Ball's kicked back into play. Loutet, the ruckman didn't get it. Bibby did. Here comes the captain, Leah French. Goes one way, goes back the other. Looks for a teammate. This is short. Sammy May falls over for Thunder at the critical time, but Radnall gets a handball away. Here comes Carrad for the Thunder, picks it up or tries to pick it up. Can she get a handle on it? She does now, gets on the left boot, has a swing at goal, and just one side of the post, the wrong side for the Thunder. Another point. 1-1-7, they trail Kew 2 goals. We've gone 11 minutes, first quarter. Here's Emma Grant.
Yeah, it was great to see Leah French just taking on the game there, just breaking the lines. And that's when Thunder play their best footies, when they run and carry the footy and go in deep. Obviously, Andrea Walsh hasn't touched the footy yet, so hopefully she can get her hands on it soon.
O'Regan did the kicking in duties for Kew. Gee, she went to McKenna, who might have been taken high. Umpire just let that one go. Heavy clash of bodies in there. Going forward strongly was Berger. Got a little kick out of the pack. Hard to get a hold on this footy again, but Bibby now receives the handball, goes back into Cochrane, who's had a lot of the footy early on. Little kick towards half forward, and another heavy tackle applied. Gee, the tackling in this game has been fierce, and the umpire is going to take this one and ball it up.
He'll bounce on the 50-metre line. Chance for the Thunder to go forward. Louted, it was Kew. No, hang on, we've got a free kick here, and it's going for Shepherd, I think. And it will go back to Kew. So here we go. Short kick is on. Gets a kick away. Goes to a pack. It looks Thunder have got the position here. But, gee, I tell you what, it was a great mark by Natalie Gills. She gets a wobbly old kick forward. Michelle Barkler for the Thunder takes a great mark with the helmet. And that holds things up. A lot of Thunder players. Emma standing on the spot here at the moment. Sammy May's out here by herself for the Thunder. Takes a real good mark under a lot of pressure. A lot of people standing on the spot for the Thunder. Who's she going to go to? Goes short to a contest. Airlie Bailey has taken a great mark. The birthday girl. Did she play on?
20 years old
today.
No,
she did play on, but
I
she
reckon
got away
she
with
did.
it.
She's 50 out. Won't make the distance. Will go short and centre. Andrea Walsh for the Thunder. 2-on-1 it is. Brings the ball down. In there is Jarks for the Thunder. Picked up, though, by Berger. Gets a kick away for Kew. Goes back towards Sam May for the Thunder. She tosses the ball out in front of her. Gets to a teammate in Flanagan. Back to Loutet for Thunder. Great smother by Kew. And they should be able to clear here. In fact, they will. Stewie Dunn through Crystal Shaw.
Not for long, though, because the Thunder chop it off in the middle of the ground through Merck. They move it down inside forward 50. Big pack coming from behind was Jarks. Had the weight of numbers against her, though. Back into the middle of the ground again. It'll be the Thunder repel through Baldwin this time. Kicks in towards half forward. Leading in the race was French. Gathers it. Nice turn. Nice early bounce too. She closes to 25 and pops through the Thunder's second goal.
Yeah, great defence there from Sarah Baldwin. Obviously, the ball hasn't come past that centre line for a little while, but all the Bendigo Thunder players pushing up with Q's forward 50 being totally open. So fantastic defence there from Bendigo Thunder and great finish there by Leah French.
13-minute mark of the first quarter, thanks to the Swinburne Centre, who were big sponsors of the Richmond Footy Club. Also, Grill Bendigo, who sponsor the Bendigo Thunder, and also Channel 9 Central Victoria News every night at 6. And not forgetting Triple M Bendigo, mate. Good breakfast show, apparently.
Yeah, I have heard that. I listen to it every day, and the girl goes pretty well. Not sure about the bloke. Loutet got it out of the pack. Bibby couldn't quite take it, but she had support through Flanagan, who kicks it inside forward 50. Just caught behind, though, with the forwards, which allowed Lodge to take a nice defensive mark for Kew. Steadies, takes her time, and then goes wide to the outer side and the boundary line, where we'll see a throw in just underneath the scoreboard, which shows the Thunder 2-1, Kew 2 goals straight.
A lot of nerves, here at the Swinburne Centre, and I tell you what, they're starting to eke out. It looks like everyone looks a bit more relaxed now.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we're 15 minutes in. Hopefully now they're starting to find their feet a little bit. We just saw Airlie just getting caught behind. The forwards must play in front here. So
ball's kicked out by Loudet. It's a mark taken by Ruby Campbell. 55 out, won't make the distance. Looks for a teammate. In fact, gets it on the boot real quick. Airlie Bailey is back there. Doesn't get it. Handball on. In fact, she doesn't. Doesn't handball, doesn't need to, because she's put another one through for the Bendigo Thunder. Had Walsh running past, decided to have a kick herself. Well, it's her birthday, so why not? 3-1-19, 2 goals to Kew. We've gone 15 minutes into this first quarter. Emma Grant.
Yeah, I think the Kew's just, dropped off a little bit. Their pressure at the start of the game was really, really good. So Bendigo Thunder, though, to their credit, playing some footy that we've seen them play in the last 10 weeks. So just running and carrying and getting it, breaking those lines and getting it in nice and deep into that D30.
Been a physical start to this game too. The hard tackling, plenty of pressure around the ball carrier, and we've probably seen a few fumbles just with perceived pressure as much as anything, because it has been hot in the kitchen. As Loutit and Hurd go at it again, it's been a good battle in there already. Hurd maybe just got the advantage that time. Hard to win a clean possession. Barkler, though, came through, found some space for the Thunder and kicks to half forward. And Jarks, who just traps the awkward bouncing ball beautifully and then turns onto the right foot. Nice kick for Walsh, who had front position. Couldn't quite take the mark. And
free kick.
It's a free kick going her way, though, just taken high at ground level. She'll have a shot from 40 metres out in front.
Andrea Walsh is a Hall of Fame basketballer with the Bendigo Lady Braves, and at the age of 40 has decided to play on just there. Before I get back into it, the ball's going to bounce towards the Kew advantage there. Kew comes out through Wiggins. She gets hold of it, doesn't go anywhere though. Tackle is on. In fact, the umpire said play on here. 4 or 5 are on the ball. This time he decides to go in and throw it up. 40, at the age of 40, he's leading the goal kicking at the moment with nearly 40 goals.
42, in fact.
42, thank you. And doing nicely, Emma. So there's always a chance to play women's footy.
Absolutely. She's doing a phenomenal job, and just her character around, she just pumps the girls up, and is absolutely just loving playing a bit of footy.
Hall of Famer who's absolutely spewing the game wasn't invented 10 years ago. The ball's tapped out. Kew got the punch out here. It's deep into the forward line. Picked up by Walsh. Spun around. There is Radnell. Goes back to Bibby for the Thunder. Just to let it go, basically. Under pressure. Perceived pressure. And it will be Kew through Bronte Bilston Gawley. In fact, no, it's not her. It's come back to Michaela Harding. She brings it out to the commentary box side of the punt road. Is that a mark? We got a hand on it? Didn't. Marshall Barkler's been terrific for the Bendigo Thunder, just coming to the senior team in the last 3 weeks after playing some great games in the reserves. Goes one way, goes back the other. Got far too close to the person on the mark, and the ball is in dispute. Loutit the ruckman for the Thunder. Pumps it forward. The mark's on. Who's in front here? It looks like May got 2 hands on it. Bailey has got the ball for the Thunder. Pushes it out. Kew should be able to clear here. Runs straight back into the pack. And the umpire said, you've dropped it. You can't just run straight into the pack there. You don't think so, Em?
Oh, a bit tough, I think. I don't know if she had an opportunity. She definitely ran the wrong way, but anyway.
I think we've seen a few that were probably more holding the ball than that.
Thank you, Danny. I agree.
Okay, all right. Well, the umpires do a fantastic job. We know that. We're not going to say anything bad. Here's Samantha May, the physiotherapist with the AFLW. Doctor
with AFLW Bulldogs.
20 out, gets it on the boot. It's going one side of the post, the wrong side. It's another point as the Thunder. 3-2-20. They lead Kew 2 goals, 12. We've got 2 and a bit minutes to go in this first quarter. Thanks to Grill Bendigo, Stewie.
Yeah, you can hear just that bit of breeze through the effects mic as well. I think there is just a hint of a breeze favouring the end Kew are going to, and we've had a
run too far.
Infringement on the goal square there from O'Regan, who did the kicking in. A no ball in another game has been called, and we'll see a ball up at the top of the square. So opportunity for the Thunder here, but gee, there's a lot of players around this footy. As Hurd knocks it out into space. They bustle for the ball at ground level, getting back there, trying to move it on. Was Harding again with a little toe poke. Hard in there to work. Harding goes again. This time wins clean possession and kicks long and wide and out on the full. So Cochrane will take the free kick, I suspect. And just for if you're having a watch or a listen on the Richmond website, please, if you're a Richmond supporter, this is your team. What we can tell you, if that ball went over the fence and over the other fence, the clock does not stop. So it just continues in this form of women's footy. May comes through, gets a little kick away. Here's Walsh. He runs out in front of the Kew player there. In fact, it was really well done by the Kew player in Bilston Gawley. Still tries to get on top of the ball. Stacks on the mill. The umpire might come in and throw this one up. In fact, he does. We're going to talk to Kate Sheehan, who's the women's operational manager for the AFLW here at Richmond at quarter time. That's coming up in the next 40 seconds, Stewie. Umpire throws it up. One last chance for the Thunder. You suspect Kew probably a bit far from home now. And no clean possession in fact, we've got a free kick paid again for holding the ball, and it's going against Kew. The umpires judge they've dived on top of it.
Radnell.
It'll be Radnell who'll take it. So last hurrah for the Thunder. 30 seconds on the clock as she brings the ball in high, but a good mark there from O'Regan. Just needs to be aware of the scoreboard here and take her time, but she moved it on quickly, went out there wide looking for North, who couldn't quite get hold of the footy. The Thunder now through Jarks have an opportunity. Her handball was just in hope more than anything, though. Hard tackling again from Kew. They've done that nice in this first term. Scoreboard ticking down to 5 seconds. Thunder need clean possession. They get it, and a kick on the siren will come back to the umpire. No, he has ruled it. The behind is okay. So the Thunder 3-2, 20 at quarter time lead. Kew 2 straight goals.
Just hope there's not a point in at the end of the game. I think well and truly siren went before that kick. 3-3-21 Thunder. They lead Kew 2-12. It's the round 11 NFL clash here at Swinburne Centre. Thanks to Grill Bendigo, Mr. Bob's, It's Her Gym, and also Channel 9. Emma, what did you think so far? The start by the Thunder wasn't great. Kew did very well, didn't they? Yeah,
Kew did exceptionally well, and I know they're going to be pretty happy with that. Obviously, great, probably 10 minutes from Kew, and Bendigo came back in that last 10 minutes and kicked a few goals. So Bendigo obviously have a few things to look at, but fantastic quarter of footy to start with.
Yeah, indeed, and obviously it's great to see so many people down here at the Swinburne Centre, which is Punt Road, because if you're as old as me, you'd know that. But one of your great friends, and you two are just buddies, I can tell, because you both played a little bit of footy with the Collingwood team this year. From Richmond now, the women's operational manager, Kate Sheehan, everyone. Hello, Kate.
Hi, Brian. How are you going?
Good. What are your thoughts so far, first quarter action?
My first thoughts are I'm not sure that Emma and I are that close.
Oh, hang on, Granny.
No, we are. We're very tight.
Look at her face.
We're getting odd looks these days. That's why I had to say that. I think people think we're joined at the hip or twins or something. I've got to cut my hair. No, really impressed. I was standing with Brendan Gale and Simon Matthews, who run this football club, and yeah, they're taken aback by the skills and the endeavour and the courage to get over the top of the footy.
Oh, exactly. And the thing is, too, is that, we're lucky enough to be showcasing what we do. I see it every week. Emma, you see it with your team every week with Diamond Creek. And we know how good the footy is, and it's just fabulous to have the girls here. Tell us about your role, though, Kate. You've been with the club only a few weeks now.
Yeah, I've been at the club now for 4 weeks, and I'm women's football operations manager for the Tigers. And hopefully, in about a month's time, we find out if we get an AFLW licence, which would be fantastic because, as a few of you guys have now realised, spending a bit of time with Richmond, and Emma was down here during the week just to help out with a few of the Bendigo girls. It's just such a great environment. Everyone wants a team here. Everyone's really into it. And, even the men's program, like we saw Dimmer the other day, and he's like, how'd your day go, and what are you doing? And Jack Rewalt was there and asking about it, and it just feels right. It feels like it should be here. We deserve it. They've done so much for gender equality and the Indigenous space and multicultural space. So I just really hope the AFL see the benefits of the Richmond Football Club and we can get a licence.
The thing is, there's so many other clubs that are in the similar situation. It doesn't matter whether you talk to North Melbourne, St Kilda or some of the other teams, Kate, who are thinking the same way. And it's not a Johnny-come-lately type thing because this club and many others have really embraced it over the years, haven't they?
Oh, absolutely. And it wasn't until I got to the football club that I realised how much good work this club had done in all of those areas. And before I signed on at the footy club, I knew every AFL club's doing a great job in women's football, and I've said this a number of times. I feel like it's a really good problem that the AFL have, that so many of these men's AFL clubs want a women's licence. 2 years ago, we would never have thought this. We wouldn't have been, clubs, begging and wanting women on board, and now they do. And I don't feel as though any club doesn't deserve one, but certainly our club, I think, deserves one because of all the great work they've done. Fascinating
that Brendan Gale, the CEO of the Richmond Footy Club, is out there. There's a few of the marketing guys. They're into it. Look at Brendan Gale. I think he looks as though he wants to coach.
Well, Brendan was just standing with me observing the girls, and he's like, who's number 10? Gee, she's all right. And Simon Matthew goes, geez, we want that girl. When's her draft year? And it's Cody Jackson. We had her
16,
down here. Yeah, we had her down here on Monday for a come and try day, and she certainly impressed a few of the big dogs down at Richmond. And, we'll wait and see. Leah French, your captain, she's impressive.
Very.
Yeah, gets a bit of the ball, doesn't she?
She's going all right. What do you think about Kew? What do you think they've brought to the...
I think Kew are good, but I genuinely think Bendigo just look well drilled. More fitter, They know what they're doing a bit more. They've got a bit more structure, whereas Kew seem like they've just sort of come together at a bit of a later date, and they kick long down the line rather than your girls look like they've played together for longer.
Yep.
And they understand each other's games, and they know where to go and who's going to do what, who's left, who's right, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and the fascinating thing is we're lucky enough this year, Kate, like a lot of clubs have, to have two teams. We've got a reserves team. Most of the girls are here today, and I know they're cranky. They're not playing on the Swinburne Centre. That will come if they're good enough to push up to the senior side. But it's great having a couple of sides and having the girls go to training and fight against each other for a spot. And that's going to get even better over the years.
Oh, for sure. Like, the depth in women's football now is phenomenal. And when these girls get access to some elite coaches, the sky's the limit.
Absolutely.
I mean, most of these girls out here would never have been taught how to kick.
Correct.
They've just done it because they've watched their favourite players, and they just want to be out there with their mates and play. And I'm really excited about the prospects of AFLW when girls coming through the ranks have access to what the boys have had for their whole entire life.
Spot on. We could talk all day, Kate, but we've got to kick you off and get Stewie Dunn back on because we're about to start the second quarter.
Good luck,
Kate
guys.
Sheehan, the operations manager, women's manager here at the Richmond Footy Club, richmondfc.com.au. Thanks, Kate. Stewie's back. The ball's going to be bounced in the middle. It's a 9-point lead to the Thunder. Second quarter action, thanks to Grill Bendigo.
Kew's way from the ball up as they just track towards the wing. Plenty of pressure from the Thunder, though. Cochrane might have just been held without the footy there. Loutit now for the Thunder, who's been very good. Got hold of it. Barkler in there hard as well. Couldn't quite get hold of it. Lots of packs, lots of pressure, and the umpire's going to have to get involved and ball it up. And that's the standard of game we've seen so far, Emma. Lots of heat around that footy.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Kew are trying to get as many numbers as they can in there to have a few more stoppages.
Loutit and hurt again. Nice battle. Loutit probably got hands on it. Then she follows up, but she does a lot at ground level. She's a very mobile ruckman. Umpires picked out a free kick, though, Kew's way, who were at the bottom of that pack, and they will take it at half back. Well, almost a little handball, which would have been fraught with danger. Now they'll go towards half forward. Oh, gee, heavy collision there for a couple of Thunder players. Bibby will mop up at the back. We'll keep an eye on them. They both look okay. Bouncing footy was nicely gathered there by Hay, who'll swing it to the outer side. Was a scrubby old kick picked up there for Kew and handballed in by Wiggins. Now they have numbers in the middle of the ground. Hurd kicks it long into a vacant half-forward line. Getting back first for the Thunder there is Wilson. She works it around the line only as far as DeLuca for Kew, who'll kick back into that pocket again. Just their forwards rolling up the ground a bit here, Kew, and not giving them many options when they go. Perry for Thunder will clear. She kicks it up towards the wing. Again, big pack of players around the footy trying to gather it now. The Thunder go back to Loutit, who kicks towards the wing again. Bouncing ball, awkward one. May leads back in the race for the Thunder, gathers it. Nice little step inside. She'll kick it towards the middle of the ground, just through the pack. Couple of pairs of hands there.
Picked up now, it's in dispute. Kew will get it away, this time through Berger. Bergs kicks over the head. They have the numbers, the Thunder. Tiana Cochrane, the birthday girl, back to Bibby. Bibby, short kicks on. Didn't go in the right direction. Went straight over the head of the captain, Leah French. She has another chance. Pushes the Kew player out of the way, but handballs, unfortunately, to a Kew opponent who gets a kick away. This one short. It's Barkler back there, just in front of Potts for Kew. The ball short across the centre to Ruby Campbell. Ruby Campbell short. May is over the back. In fact, it was Hay. Here's May now. Gets a handball back. This time it goes back through into Cochrane. Kick is on. Bailey's in the chase for the ball for the Thunder, and Walsh is down there as well. One should Shepard. Doesn't happen over the boundary line. We'll throw it in. We've gone a couple of minutes, Emma Grant. This has been really messy the last few minutes.
Yeah, Michelle Barkler at centre half back there for Bendigo Thunder is doing an exceptional job. And if I was Theo, the coach of Kew, I'd tell my girls to stop kicking it to her because she just keeps on picking them off every time.
Ball's thrown back in. This time it was a tap by Hurd. Got a kick, punch away. It's May. Brings the ball back in. In fact, that one is over the boundary line. So it'll be a free kick Kew's way. And Lodge will take the kick, the free kick. Does real estate, I'm told, M, and just telling the umpire that she needs a bit more real estate so she can get that kick away. Here's Stewie Dunn for the grilled Bendigo.
Nice kick in from Lodge. Went to Hurd, who reached over. Just couldn't quite hold that mark. A lot of players around the ball again, as has been the way for much of this game. Clean possessions, hard to win. Plenty of bodies crashing in and out. Little kick came forward from Kew, and then a little toe poke from McKenna. Nice little knock on from Flanagan there to Bibby, who was taken in a tackle. And again, McKenna with the opportunity to go in the middle. But as Emma said, Barkler mopping up across halfback, just reading the play beautifully.
Yeah, obviously a fantastic reader of the play. She's actually a Thunder best and fairest a couple of years back during one of our premiership years. So great to see her back out there.
Ball's in dispute through Kew. It was Harding gets a kick away.
Guess
this
who?
time it is Michelle Barkler gets it on the boot. Wasn't the greatest kick, didn't matter. Went straight to the Thunder player out there. I'm pretty sure that's Radnall. In fact, it's Billy Lee Humphrey, the 18-year-old from Castlemaine. Wasn't a great kick either. This one pushed away nicely using her body there was Jarks, and we'll throw it back in. About 60 out from the Thunder goal. Nearly gone 5 minutes. Still the same score as it was at quarter time, thanks to It's Her Gym.
Of course, Richmond fans will know Castlemaine well. Coggo is the home of
Dusty.
our very own Dustin Martin, and Tiana Cochran also from the Castlemaine Footy Factory as well. So nice little connection there to the Richmond Footy Club. As again, they just battle it out on that outer side there. Hard again to win clean possession. Coming through, gathering the ball, and tackled was McKenna. She got a little kick that was smothered. They dive on top, and we'll see another ball up. Both teams rolling lots of numbers each way, Emma. They both roll up hard to each end of the ground. Makes it very hard to find space.
Yeah, it does. Obviously, lots of players in that kind of inner sanctum area. And, obviously Q's looking for the ball over the back here, but Bendigo Thunder's got it well covered.
Yeah, they got their zone set up nicely as Lautit went high, knocked the ball down, and again, we're going to see a ball up. Very hard to extract it with every player in the ground in that half, and lots around this footy. Hurd knocked it clear of the congestion, but only as far as the Thunder's Campbell, who sent it deep down into the forward line. May leads back in the race. Nice gather, stepped inside. Nice little handball found French, who did a nice sidestep. Kicks it to the top of the square. Couldn't quite find a target. Opportunity for the Thunder if they can win possession, but doing really nicely there. It was Bilston Gawley at ground level just to lock it up. She's a very nice defender, Bilston Gawley. Emma done a couple of nice things.
Yeah, she's done a great job on Andrea Walsh so far, and great job by the Thunder there to get a forward stoppage in the forward 30.
We're looking to tap this one through Kew. It's Bailey gets the tap away for the Thunder. Tried to get a kick was Walsh. In fact, a kick out of the pack. Beautifully done. I think that's May back there. In fact, it is. And Samantha May has put another one through for the Thunder thanks to It's Her Gym, another goal. So the Thunder move on to, when they finish with the scoreboard over there, 4-3-27, 2 goals to Kew. We've gone nearly 7 minutes. Emma Grant, nice work.
Yeah, no, it's I still think Q's got to be happy with what they're doing. Obviously, this time when they played Bendigo Thunder last time, the score was a lot greater. So Kew just needs to keep working really hard and try and get that ball going their way. Obviously, the ball hasn't been in their forward 50 yet.
Ball's tapped down. It's picked up by Kew off Lautit, who got the punch away. Chance to go forward. Flanagan's in there. Here's Bibby for the Thunder. Shepherded nicely. Ball's kicked away towards the boundary line. Amanda Carrad has the ball for the Thunder. She's about 70 out. She'll probably go back to Bibby. In fact, she does. Good contest from Kew, though. Well punched away. Will get a kick away, in fact, for Kew as the ball is in dispute right in front of the commentary box. That was Barkler that came through pretty hard. Picked up on the left boot by Harding for Kew. Kicks in dispute again. Thunder have the numbers. Great tackle by 2 Thunder players. Here's Perez coming back. Wilson. No, the umpire says you had it. You had possession and you let it go. So it will be Kew. Through Gills.
Great
Gills
kick.
short. It is a great kick. Wasn't marked, though, by Potts. She chases after it again. She's got a few teammates that aren't really helping her too much in there. Everyone's in. The umpire says, I've picked out a free kick here. Not sure about that. You're watching the vision, and you can have a look for yourself. But the free kick will be going to Kew. This is about 35 out, and it will be Michaela Harding, about 35 out. Probably wasn't there, Ez, but the umpires don't change their mind very often.
Ez or Emma?
Ez.
Sorry, I'm thinking of my co-host, Emma. Kicks on its way. It might be the wrong side of the post for Kew. In fact, it is a point. So they're up to 2-1-13. The Bendigo Thunder 4-3-27. We've gone 8 minutes into the second quarter. Sorry, I was thinking my co-host back at Triple M Bendigo, Ez.
Okay.
If you're watching, Ez, hello.
Hey, Ez.
And that was probably an example of what they're trying to do, Kew. Then, Emma, they did get that drift over the back then when they'd all pushed up. Just needs the kick to be very clean, though, to come off. As, again, heavy numbers around that footy. The umpire's going to have to get involved. And He will throw it up 45 metres out from the Kew goal. Again, Hurd jumped high, knocked it down, but Barkla for the Thunder at ground level will clear the danger out onto the centre wing. Boundary line intervenes, and we'll see a throw in. 4-3-27, the Thunder 2-1-13 a Kew. We're live on richmondfc.com.au here from the Swinburne Centre. Thanks to Grill Bendigo.
Now, Stewie, I know that we think we're doing a good job here, but Emma Grant's the only one that's had Coke brought to her. We're getting water. There's the punch away by Louted from Thunder. Only went as far as a fairly big pack out there on the Swinburne centre side of Punt Road. Ball's in dispute. The umpires picked out a free kick. I think it was more to probably clear things up. And it'll be Laura Flanagan, who's an elite at pole dancing out there, who's got the kick. I noticed that, that the Kew player's going back to the forward line by herself. Good kick from Flanagan over the back there. It is picked up and kicked away by the Thunder. In dispute now, it's Bailey. Can she get the ball? No, she can't. In to help her is Billy Lee Humphries. Gets a handball away. Tackle was good. Bibby's in there. She gets possession. Goes nowhere. Here's Walsh. Walsh gets on the right boot. Probably, I would have thought, probably third kick for the game. It's all Kew back there. And they'll look to clear onto the broadcast side of the Swinburne Centre here as we go live on richmondfc.com.au. Here's Ross. Hasn't been much in the game too much at all. Campbell for the Thunder. Picks it up, gets tackle well, gets a handball away, but it'll be Kew that will clear with a short kick right in front of us. It's a 2-on-1. You would think some shepherding's going on. In fact, what a great mark, and it's been paid to Leah French, the captain of the Bendigo Thunder, right in front of the commentary box. She gets on quick, gets on the boot, looks out there for a teammate in Billy Lee Humphrey. Doesn't take the mark. In fact, she does. The umpires paid that one. Might have been a push, I think. Humphrey, the 18-year-old from Castlemaine, goes short. And it's on. Here's Carrad for the Thunder pushing the ball out. In fact, everyone's in there. The umpire might just come in and ball this one up. In fact, he does. We're about 30 out from the Bendigo Thunder goal as they lead 4-3-27. Kew 2-1-13. Gone 10 and a bit minutes into this second quarter. Louted punches it out. There's a pack of Kew players out there. The Kew Bears they are, Dunny. So lots of Bears out there. Ball's in dispute. Here's little Cody Jarks, a 16-year-old, gets it out to Bibby, has a fresh airy, pushed away by Louted. Bit of a push and shove here. You don't often see that in women's footy, Em?
No, just a little bit every now and then, but it's good to see Kew just rolling a couple back now.
Free kick is on, Em. The free kick is on. The ball is in dispute at the back here. The chance for Merck, pushed across as Barkla. They get it away. Was that a throw? No, it wasn't. It comes back to Harding for Kew. The kick's on. In dispute out here is Baldwin. Can't get it. Can't get a handle on it. Punched away. In fact, it's a free kick. I think it was a messy free kick, Em, wasn't it?
Yeah, just got to get a bit lower. Number 9 needs to get a little bit lower and pick up that footy rather than the player.
Ball in the middle to Cochrane. I'll tell you one to watch, I reckon, is Michaela Harding at Kew. I'm liking what she's producing. A very nice kick of the footy. Cochrane found Bibby right in the centre of the ground, and Louise Bibby, who's been pretty prominent, she goes forward. Louted, gee, big fly, landed hard. A couple of the Thunder players, heavy clash there. They're both okay. Bouncing ball, there's Harding there, bustling through, couldn't quite get the handball away. Little kick came out of the pack, wasn't 15. Now spreads to McKenna. Got no one forward of her though here. They're either a long way away or they're behind her, the Kew forwards, and they haven't quite got the setup right. And that allows the Thunder to clear, and Loutet will get back and take a nice mark. Cochrane running in support of her. Kicks inside half, forward bouncing ball. Gee, just tripped over accidentally, was lodged. Probably should have got a free. Taking advantage for the Thunder is Bailey, who pops through her second, and the Thunder extend the lead to 20 points. Good
passage of play, Emma Grant.
Yeah, fantastic work by the Bendigo Thunder. Q's full forward. When she's 5 kicks away from the footy, is never going to get a touch, so she clearly needs to move forward to have any sort of impact on this game.
Yeah, just haven't quite got that set up right, have they? They're pressing up to get numbers around the ball defensively, but just not quite setting it up right the other way.
Much better quarter by the Bendigo Thunder. They lead 5-3-33. 20-point leaders over Kew. NFL Round 11 clash. Thanks to the many Richmond supporters that are on richmondfc.com.au. This is your team affiliated with the Richmond Football Club, the Bendigo Thunder. Balls bounced. Didn't get it away was Ross for the Thunder. Kew have got it away, the chance to go forward. Balls punched out. It was Cochrane again, back to Baldwin out there. Baldwin, ball's in dispute right in front of the National Storage sign out there. Flanagan for the Thunder goes forward, traps it up, gets a little kick away. Was it enough? In fact, it should be all Kew there, and the ball will be picked up, and if she gets it away, in fact, she does, gets another kick. Oh, gee, that was messy. In fact, the umpire might pay a free kick here. Is that too high? I think it is. Too high it is, and it will go back to Bronte Bilston Gawley, the ruckman. Messy there, a bit undisciplined by the Thunder. Gets on the left boot, goes out wide. Where was that? Going to no one in particular. In fact, she's going to roll across the boundary line, so not the most productive piece of play for Kew, Emma.
No, obviously a bit of territory though, which is good. It gets them at least on the wing and out of bounds, and they get to have another stoppage here and hopefully win the ball.
In it comes. Hurd had the height advantage then and used it to win the tap down. Then she goes again. Both ruckmen doing that really well today, following up the taps at ground level to mobile players. Hard to win clean possession again for both sides over there, and the umpire's going to have to get involved.
So this is where you've got to be careful, Stu. It's ruck women.
Yes, true.
Ruck women.
Do we do that or do we stay with ruckman?
Ruckman's fine.
Yeah. Up they go. Hurd got hands on the ball again and knocked it towards the boundary line. We're working closely there. Thunder with an opportunity to clear the footy. Came back inside. Little fumble. And Kew, lots of pressure around the ball carrier. Hard to win possession. Hurd got hold of it, then just gave a handball off to the side, came back towards McKenna. She shrugged the tackle nicely and then kicks it long inside half forward. This is where they've had some problems. Gee, beautiful little tap on there came from Gills. She's a smart footballer. Knocks the ball towards the goal square. Heavy tackle again. She followed up Gills with her good work. And a later hard tackle. Loutit, they got back and supported her defence. Another hard tackle came from Gills. What a nice little passage of play from her, Emma, and a just reward with the free kick.
Yeah, fantastic. Obviously, not one, not two, but three efforts there, and is rewarded with the free kick and a shot on goal here.
So it'll be Gills who will kick from probably 30 metres out, 35 perhaps, not much of an angle. She's got 14 goals this season, so she knows where they are, comes in. The kick is on its way right to the line and bustled through, no, not quite by McKenna. A little, attempted kick off the ground there was perhaps a little dangerous. Umpire lets it go though, and we're going to see, I think, maybe a behind or a ball up.
Ball up.
A ball up just outside the scoring zone. No, it is in fact a behind. I was right the first time.
Ball will be kicked out for the Thunder. This is Walsh with a big boot. She goes 50 metres. Pack applies. Here's a chance for Bibby over the back. Gets a handball in front of herself. Does her own work. Gets another handball away. Shepherd should be on from Barkler. French, the captain, only goes as far as the boundary line. So that one will be thrown in. We've gone 16 minutes in this second quarter. The NFL round 11 clash. It is the Bendigo Thunder leading by 19 points and look to progress. Ruck women, I should say, put their hands up. It'll be Ross and also Bilston Glorley. The ball doesn't go that far, so the boundary umpires, who do a great job, will throw this one in. Thanks to the Richmond Footy Club. We're at the Swinburne Centre. What a beautiful ground it is. A lot of people walking past, going to Carlton Melbourne at the back there, I notice, Em.
Yeah, obviously big game at the MCG today, so hopefully a few of them might pop in and have a bit of a look.
Wouldn't hurt. Here we go through Radnall. Radnall picks up the ball. Does she get a handball away? As the umpire says, yes, play on. In fact, just let it go. Here's Campbell for the Thunder. Runs straight into Bilston Glorley as they push and shove there. The umpires come in. What's he going to do? He's just going to say, look, give it to me. I'll throw it up. But nice contesting.
Bilston doing a fantastic job down there, attacking the footy every time. So she's holding up really well, doing a fantastic job for Kew.
Up it went. It was Ross in the ruck that time for the Thunder. He got hands on it, but Kew win the clearance. Comes looking for Gill, who leads in the race for the footy. Gee, heavy bump from Barkler, just knocked her off the ball. And again, they go at it. Other players arrive to support now. Tough footy to win. Thunder extract it. Came Harding's way. She just fumbled the chest mark, but went again. They get it forward now. This is where they've had a little bit of trouble. And again, the Thunder defence standing strong. But the handball was coughed up to McKenna, who closes to 45. Her forward was just caught behind, though, and Loutit, who's having a rest from the ruck at full back, just gathered the ball in nicely. Kicks it out, though, but McKenna, might have been a mark, I thought. Umpire said no. Support there from Findlay for the Thunder. McKenna will gather again, taking in a strong tackle. Got numbers around the ball there with Isabel Harding. Her kick, though, chopped off for the Thunder. The defence is strong for the Thunder, and they gather the ball, and a little chip will come out to French.
French has right on the 50-metre mark for the Kew side. The ball short. This one will go to Jarks. Have a look at this girl on the vision. 16-year-old. You'll be watching this girl in the AFLW in years to come. Good kick too. Goes 40 metres. Pack applies. Right over the back was Cochrane. Didn't come down with it though. The chance for Kew to go away through one pack and another. And here we go. Oh, bump was on. Got a kick away for Kew was Berger. Only goes as far as Jarks. He'll punch that one over the line. We'll have another throw in. Very late stage of the second quarter, guys. Thanks to Grill Bendigo. Mr. Bob, Zitzer Jim, we're at the Swinburne Centre, richmondfc.com.au.
Yeah, Amanda Carey just had to go for the tackle then rather than the bump. And the girls got the footy. Tackle them, don't bump them.
Ball will be thrown back in. Again, no time on in these games, so if the ball goes and you can't get it back, the clock keeps ticking. Nice tap away by Bilston Gawley again. Here we go through Campbell. Campbell's got the ball now. That was Humphreys that gave it to her. She gets a handball away. The umpire says, no, you didn't do it correctly, so a free kick is on. And it'll be Kew about 70 out. The call's on. You can hear it in the effects microphone. The ball's up in the air. Big pack applies here. Who's going to be at the back there? Barkler couldn't get the ball. Chance for a kick forward. Little kick forward was North. Ball's going absolutely nowhere. This time out of the pack was Hurd. Brings it on to Coulter. Went nowhere. In fact, the umpire might pick a free kick here. He has it. Kicking in danger, was it? Looked like it. It'll go back to Barkler, who's been probably the star for the Thunder in the first half, Em.
Yeah, 20 seconds to go here, so Thunder's probably got one more opportunity through the middle.
Bibby takes it in the centre of the ground, kicks forward. They've got some space here, the Thunder, if they can get hold of it. Time the enemy, though, with 12 seconds and counting. Walsh gathered it, goes back to Bibby. 45 from goal. The kick into the pocket. Bouncing footy there for Campbell. She gathers and gives it off to Cochrane, whose shot on goal is offline. Right on the siren, the Thunder bring up 5-3-33. Kew are 2-2-14 at the Swinburne Centre, thanks to Grill Bendigo.
Yeah,
Emma Grant.
I know Tiana Cochrane won't be happy with that finish there. She's a very skillful young player and looking forward, to play at a higher level as well. But, a fantastic quarter by Thunder. They obviously bounced back there. Kew, obviously, I reckon they'll be pretty happy with themselves. Only 20 points down at half-time, but good contest.
Thanks to Girl Bendigo, also Channel 9 Central Victoria, Triple M Bendigo, and also 91.9 Hit. As far as the best players in your top three for both sides, Em, please.
Ooh, yes. For Kew, definitely number 9, Nat Gills. I think she's been very good. Bronte, obviously, through the ruck and down back. And then I would say probably Jess Berger's been okay, just getting a few kicks out of the middle. For Bendigo, obviously, Michelle Barker's just been super solid in the back line. Cody Jarks in the midfield. And then up forward, I think Airley's kicked a couple of goals and is providing a target there.
Tell everyone to have a look at this second half. It's going to be a beauty. richmondfc.com.au. We'll be back very soon in the second half action. Thanks to Grill Bendigo with Stewie Dunn, Emma Grant, and my good self. We'll be back real soon at richmondfc.com. welcome back to the Swinburne Centre. It's the second half that we're about to get into soon. It's NFL, the Northern Footy League, Division 1 round 11 clash between the Bendigo Thunder and Kew. As you can see probably through the scoreboard there, that the Thunder are 20-point leaders. Stuart Dunn's with me, and from ex-Bendigo Thunder, now the Collingwood AFLW side, Emma Grant. Granty, looks like it's going to rain.
Yeah, I'm hoping it stays away. It's definitely cooled down a little bit. The sun's gone away, but fingers crossed the rain holds out for another hour or so. Thanks
to Puma too, who have been magnificent to the Bendigo Thunder Football Club and Richmond. We've got nice hoodies now. We haven't got one, don't we? We need one, mate, don't we? Stewie Dunn?
Yeah, it is getting a bit fresh, mate, as we are set for the second half. Hurd and Lutit again. Lutit got hands on the ball first. Flanagan tracking it for the Thunder. Couldn't quite get hold of it. Picking up for Kew there was Rose, who was tackled. And, in fact, I think we've had either a jumper change or one that wasn't on our sheet, Coggo, because I don't have an 18 on mine for Kew. But the ball goes into the middle, and we're going to see a ball up. So we apologise to that young lady's parents if they're watching the webcast here on richmondfc.com.au, but we don't have her name to call. As centre of the ground, we see players all around this footy again. It's been a pretty congested game throughout, and the umpire's going to have to do it again. Coggo, you see if you can get it out of there.
Yeah, 40 seconds into the game. We're back where we started from into the second half. Thanks to Puma, National Storage. Tap got through by no one, in fact. Here's the chance for the Q side to go forward. Did you just let it go? The umpire says just play it on, get it out. We want to get this ball out of the centre. It's not going to happen, though, so the umpire back in to throw it up. We've gone a minute. Very messy. It's windy. You can hear that through the effects mic. Ball's thrown up. It'll be Loutet that gets the punch away. Jarks comes through, gets around one, gets on that right boot, goes towards Walsh. Walsh tracks it down, pushes it in front of herself over towards the boundary line. The chance for Sammy May to pick up the ball, doesn't do it. Well done by the Q player back there. Tackle was on, and the chance to bring it forward. In fact, it was very hard to tell out that side, but here is Finlay on the left boot for the Thunder. Kicks over the back here. Here's Carrad. Carrad for the Thunder, tracks in front of the Q player, which I can't pick up right now. Won't matter because the ball is over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in. At least we've gone 50 metres, Emma Grant.
Yeah, obviously, once again, all the Q players are pushed up just with one forward player staying in the forward 50, so it'll be interesting to see what they do this quarter in regards to that.
Ball's thrown back in. Tap away is by Bailey, Bronson, Bilston, I should say. Bibby runs into a teammate, straight into teammate and Bonnie. Picked up on the boundary line by Cochrane. Ball's in dispute. Here's Walsh on the right boot, turns around, wrong side of the post. That's Andrea Walsh scoring another point. 4-5-5-35, Q22-14. 2 and a bit minutes, Emma.
Yeah, better movement there by Walshy. Obviously, she won't be very happy with her first half, hardly getting a touch. So looking forward to a big second half there by her.
So 21 points is the margin. Gee, the second time it's happened today. We've seen O'Regan just step out of that City end goal square on the kick-in duties, and we're going to see another ball up. You don't see that happen very often at all, let alone twice in the same game of footy. And just past half-time, we've registered our second ball up at the top of the goal square. Umpire throws it high. Hurd knocked it down for Kew, and going again was O'Regan there diving on the footy. Umpire will throw it up yet again at the top of the square. Dangerous territory here for the Bears. The Kew Bears, as they throw it up. Loutet got hands on the footy first. It spills into some dangerous territory again, but you can see very congested. We've got just about every player on the ground, bar 3 inside forward 50 for the Thunder at the moment, so hard to find a bit of space. So the umpire will throw it up again. Hurd, hands on the footy. McKenna at ground level, little handball, couldn't get out of the pack. Coming through for the Thunder there, and spinning it in was Mork. And into the pocket, they go hard at the ball, picked up by Berger, and her kick chopped off at half forward by Bibby.
Here's Bibby, 50 out, won't make the distance. We'll look to centre for the Bendigo Thunder. A couple of options are on. In fact, she kicks it up nice and high. It looks like it's all Q there. Didn't take the mark, should have. Ball is in dispute. About 40 out from the Thunder goal, and the umpire will come in and say, look, let's toss it up again.
Once again, I love Andrea Walsh there. Obviously didn't get the mark, but straight away lays a tackle to make a stoppage in the 450.
Ball's thrown up. This time it's Kew that pushes the ball. Doesn't go that far in front. Stacks on the mill again. Handball comes out. The chance to clear, and that is cleared through Berger on the right boot. Only goes as far as Finlay out there. Only got the left boot, Finlay, but brings it forward. Good mark. No, didn't pay it. Here's the chance for Kew to push forward. 30 out. Ball's kicked into dispute. Billy Lee Humphries is out there and takes the mark for the Thunder. Back in. This is where the congestion happens straight. It's like kick to kick at the moment. And the chance for Kew to go forward. Goes around, comes around. Here's Pearson. Doesn't get onto it, but the ball is pushed across and back to Finlay again. We're playing kick to kick here, Stewie.
We are indeed. Finlay out of side. 21 points the better, the Thunder. We've ticked down 15 minutes to go in the third quarter as McKenna for Kew got hands on that one. Lautit has been very good at ground level for a ruckman.
Didn't have it.
Was tackled, and she will take the free kick.
An extremely frustrated Emma Grant here. Emma, please explain.
Yeah, they just need to come out this side. Obviously, look at Tiana Cochran right now. Just come out this side and go in on the far side and we'll be able to score. But if you go back in this way, they'll just mark it off again.
They're queuing up, but instead she goes long to the top of the square. May jumped high. In fact, it was Bailey who jumped high, couldn't quite complete the mark. We're going to see another ball up 20 metres out from goal for the Thunder.
Bendigo Thunder's obviously set up a really good wall here, so for Kew to get it out, they've actually got to run it out rather than kick it out. Hopefully this time they might try and do something a little bit different.
It was a nice knockdown into space for Flanagan. Couldn't quite get hold of it. Bouncing ball now. Berger just didn't quite get the bounce she needed. Heavy tackle again. Tackles have been a terrific feature of this game from both teams, and we'll see another ball up deep in the forward pocket for the Thunder. Up they go. Ruckman have had a good battle. I think the hit-outs just about even in the first half. 22 Kew, 19 to the Thunder. This time it went Kew's way. They clear, and we're going to see a throw in on the outer side.
We do indeed, right in front of the progress claim sign, thanks to National Storage, United Fuel, Puma too, who have been terrific to the Bendigo Thunder, and also the Richmond Footy Club as we broadcast live, richmondfc.com.au. Ball's thrown back in. It is the big ruckman for Kew in Hurd. Got the tap away. Looks for a teammate in there. Is going to go any further. In fact, the ball is in dispute. Little kick out of the pack. Oh, heavy tackle. The umpire said play on, though. Another good tackle. Tackling's been good out there. The ball is going absolutely nowhere. The umpire's got to come in and throw this one up because we're going nowhere. In front of the scoreboard as the Bendigo Thunder lead 21-point leaders. Nearly gone 7 minutes into this third quarter, Stewie Dunn.
Up they go again. Hurd, again, hands on the footy, but hard to extract for anybody at ground level, such as the number of players around this footy. Umpire
free kick.
gets involved, and I think it's going to go the Thunder's way to Barkla. So, Barkla, or is it Finlay out there perhaps?
No, you're right, Barkla.
No, it is Barkla, both wearing the helmets, which takes a little bit to distinguish between, but Barkla been asked to come back under the scoreboard, which shows the Thunder 21 points the better. Kicks it down the line. It was a poor kick, though, and it's chopped off by Plisco of Kew, who'll send it back where it came. Again, wasn't the greatest kick to advantage for her team. Doing some bustling work in there was Shaw. Later, heavy tackle. Thunder came through and were taken high. Umpire pays the free kick, and they move it towards half forward. Bouncing ball picked up by Jark. She's just got that little bit of class about her, and she switches it across the ground. It was a nice kick to Finlay. Couldn't quite take the mark, but butted up at ground level. Gets it inside 50. Bouncing ball was awkward. Walsh leads back in the race. She'll go. And taken a good tackle there by Bliston Gowley. And they bustle it through for a behind.
Frustrated coach here is Emma Grant. Emma?
Yeah, obviously they just need to switch it. They need to stop taking it back in the way it comes out because it's just going to keep going kick to kick. So Bendigo Thunder are better than that, and they just need to switch it across the other side of the ground. Yeah,
pretty basic footy when you know they're just going to kick it in. You can set up for that. Here's the kick out from Kew. Wasn't a mark to Pearson. Gets a handball out. It goes towards French, the captain. She gets tossed out of the way. And, great tackle by Pearson. The umpire says, no, play on. Ball's in dispute, right on the 50-metre line for the Thunder. Pearson again did very, very well. Third attempt. Here's Cochran. Gets on the right boot. Only as far. No, not paid. Dropped the mark. Flanagan was in there for the Thunder. Kick on the left boot. Straight to Pearson for the Thunder as she sits 50 metres out. And Emma Grant's doing her coaching in the box up here, Stewie. Pearson wants to do something with it, decides just to do what Emma didn't want her to do, and that's kick straight to a pack. Over the back there, the chance for Walsh to go forward. Can't pick it up. Picks up this time by the 15 in Wiggins for Kew. Ball's in dispute right out on the centre there. And the ball is straight up in the air, and I tell you what, this is getting a little frustrating. Good mark out there, though, by Whitting for Kew as the ball goes forward. Picked up again, this time by Billy Lee Humphries for the Thunder. Abby Hayes in there, can't get a handle on it. Stacks on the mill again. Ball is tossed, and gee, I tell you what, some tough stuff going on there, Stewie. I'll let you take over.
Gill's got it forward. Potts was the target. The awkward ball for her. She just corralled it and then got a handball that was too hot for the intended mark there. They converge, the Thunder players there in Bibby, but she's given away a free kick, and Kew will take advantage. Harding kicks it long down the line towards McKenna. Bouncing ball just inside the line. Gee, nice turn of speed there for the Thunder with French. She shrugged the tackle too. That was a bit of Dustin Martin sort of style on the Punt Road Oval, and May ran away with it. Her kick was okay, but unable to mark there with the Thunder players. It spits out the back door towards Harding, Isabel Harding, who tracked it back, got a handball back in, and heavy tackle applied. Tackling's been a feature of this game from both sides, going hard at it, Emma, and it's continuing in the second half.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see. Obviously, Bendigo's, as soon as Q's got it, they're under so much pressure, which is obviously helping Bendigo get it into their forward line and obviously score. But so far, this quarter's just been, kick to kick and down one end and then back down the other. So Q's doing a fantastic job in keeping Bendigo Thunder from scoring any goals.
That's for sure. We've gone a little over 10 minutes here, 22-point margin, thanks to Jeep and also Puma on richmondfc.com.au. The Bendigo Thunder in charge. Ball is in dispute. Just handballs the ball out. Did she get it too high? No, she didn't. Here's a chance for the Thunder to go forward through Bibby. Bibby gets a handball across. This time it's French, the captain. Just handballs that to no one in particular. Wasn't taken advantage of. In fact, I think it was Bilston Gawley. It really just got in the way and got pushed in the back. So she'll take the kick in a 25-metre penalty, and that's what it is in women's footy, 25 metres for not listening to the umpire.
What happened there?
So it is Bilston Gurley from 48 metres, won't make the distance, gets a handball away to a teammate in Hurd, gets on the boot, goes 30, chance for a mark back there. It's all a Thunder if they can shepherd through Perez, and she'll toss this one just about over the line. In fact, it's still in play there. And turn around and a kick for Kew. This is a chance for a goal, one side of the post, which means the wrong side, and another point to the score as Kew 2-3. Make that 2-4-16, 5-6-36. They still trail by 20 points on the scoreboard here. It's French. Collects the ball for the Thunder. Here's the setup that Emma Grant desperately needs, or desperately wants as a coach in the future.
Here they go on the switch to Perry.
Perry,
Fantastic.
yeah, that's what you're after, Granny, I can tell. Perez, short kicks on. Good kick. This is much more like it. Samantha May, she gets a kick away. This one is nice and high at the back there as Carrot doesn't take the mark. Ball's in dispute over towards the United Fuel sign. Great tackle out there. The umpire says it may have been a little high. Thanks, Granny, and that will be a free kick to the Bendigo Thunder out there. Ball goes short again. This time, not the greatest of kicks. It was marked by Harding, who's had a really good quarter. Over the top here, and the chance for Kew to go forward. Ball won't bounce, or will it bounce? In fact, it will. And I tell you what, it is a great effort to come back, but well defended by Baldwin for the Bendigo Thunder. Wants the ball to go out. It's not going to make it out there. And ball is kicked away. Didn't get much of a kick. That's Hurd for Kew. Goes as far as her teammate. She gets swamped now. Ball is in dispute once again. Kicks away like a pinball in there by the look of things, Granny. Here is Andrea Walsh. The kick is on. The big ruckman Lutet doesn't get to the ball. Chance for Kew to go forward. Try to go forward was Plisco. The umpire will come in and throw this one up. I'm not getting anywhere with this, Stewie. You might have to take over.
Yeah, and Emma Michaela Harding, she's a beautiful kick of the footy. We've seen that a couple of times today, but 40-45 metres out in front of the forwards. Fantastic.
Yeah, obviously fantastic skills, so hopefully they get the ball in her hands a little bit more often.
So, again, ball in dispute at half forward for Kew, and we're going to see another ball up as Rachel O'Regan hands it to the umpire. Up they go. Nice knockdown that time from McKenna. It goes, heavy bump applied there for the Thunder as they mop it up nicely through Mork, who kicked it out, but it's going to come straight back in. We've seen a little bit of this today. Once the team gets forward, it's very hard to extract it past the numbers each team gets back in defence. May picked it up, dragged off the kick, And it goes to, I think that might be Harding out there. In fact, no, it wasn't. Who brings it in and bouncing ball. Nice crumb there taken for Kew by Mahoney, who brings it around on goal, but offline, one behind. 2-4 now, Kew. They trail by 20 points, 5-6 to Thunder.
Probably would have liked that to be centred to the top of the square. Pretty tough shot from that boundary side.
Ball's in dispute here, kicked away by Kew through Bilston Gorley. That one will only go over the boundary line. In front of what's turned out to be a pretty nice crowd. There's a lot of Carlton Melbourne supporters coming through. Thought, you know what, we might stop and watch a little bit of women's footy, and it's a pretty good standard. Mind you, the last couple of minutes hasn't been great, but that's okay. Let's get us home in this third quarter. 5 minutes to go. Here's Cochrane. Gets away from the pack. Skills shown then. Beautiful kick over the back. Merck punches the ball in front of herself. Here is Bailey. Can't get near it. Here she goes again. The chance. Kicks it forward in front of herself. Let's see what happens. And kicks it again. Very, very good work. And the last chance. And just pops up for a nicely. Bailey gets on the right boot and misses. But you're happy with that? With the birthday girl?
Fantastic. Yep. Obviously just keep the ball going your way and keep running after it. So that was a great effort. Obviously a little bit more support around her would have been great for a Shepherd. But, yeah, great effort by the young girl.
It's a nice timely bump from Priscilla Lodge too, just enough to knock her off the kick, which is a nice defensive effort. As they bring it again, had a little bit of trouble here staying inside the square, have the Kew players from the kick out. Must have been awfully close again. Went towards Harding, he couldn't quite take it, but she went again at ground level, kicks it. But again, as we've seen so often, both teams zoning back nicely. This time Pearson, who takes the mark for the Thunder. She will go deep inside, forward, 50. Jarks jumped up. G. Walsh doing the roving. Got tackled. Heavy pack again. At ground level there. Trying to get it out was O'Regan. Snap on goal from the Thunder, though, is through.
Jarks.
It was Jarks, the 16-year-old, who's been very polished today. And a nice snap, Emma.
Yeah, obviously that forward 50 was very, very busy, so it was always going to be really hard to find a target there, but fantastic roving by Walshy to keep it alive, and then Cody snapped truly, so fantastic goal there by the Bendigo Thunder.
There you go. That's a 16-year-old. That's the future of AFLW. Hopefully Richmond get a licence, and this is just the start of things. When you see a girl like that, Emma Grant, at 16, nearly 17, I think towards the end of the year, doing some real good stuff in women's footy.
Yeah, and she's come through the junior ranks. She actually got in footy through one of the AFL Victoria's testing days. So we picked her up and we put her straight into the Bendigo Pioneers program, and she's wanting to step up her footy and play at the highest level she can. So fantastic to see her doing a great job.
Yep, that's for sure. And there's going to be a lot more of those days around, isn't there? Because a lot of talent out there is undiscovered at the moment. Absolutely,
and girls coming from other sports as well.
Ball's in dispute, kick away, didn't go too far. Flanagan, in fact, it was Hay for Thunder. Tried to go again. Second effort, ball's kicked away by Hay. She's still going, Abby Hay. This time it's Cochrane who just does what she does today. She's playing really well. The chance for Finlay out here. Handball is on. Good work back to Wilson, who's a former star basketball. In fact, still playing the game of basketball with the Bendigo Spirit. Tackle was good. This time it's Merck. Gets a right boot. The umpire might have paid a free kick here. In fact, he has. And it will come back to Wiggins for Kew. Let's look at how they set up, Emma. Kicks on. Doesn't go too far. Here is French, the captain of the Bendigo Thunder, who'll take the mark. This is where the setup again for the Thunder is critical. Ball's over the top, carried. What a great kick that was, Emma Grant, by the captain.
Yeah, very well-weighted kick. Perfect kick over the top to Amanda Carrot. So fantastic job by Leah French.
Amanda, through the day and night, is a policewoman, does a great job in Bendigo, so be careful what you say or where you park your car. Ball's in dispute right in front of our commentary box here, and the umpire will come in. He'll trot in and he'll say, "Give it to me, girls. I'll throw her up in the air." Ball's in the air. Ross doesn't get it away. Here's Cochrane for the Thunder. Ball's in dispute. Gets through one. Gets through two. Gets a kick away. Only just, but that's enough. Here's Bailey. Gets on the right boot. Could have handballed it. You're right, Granny. I see that. Ball bounces back into dispute. Here's Walsh. Good tackle by Merck back there. Ball isn't going anywhere. In fact, the umpire's going to come in and he might just throw this one up, Granny.
Yeah, great tackle. Now there's a little bit going on down there. Fantastic tackle there by Sarah Merck to have a forward 50 stoppage. So we'll see what Bendigo Thunder can do from here. Obviously, they set up a really good wall here as well. So again, Q's going to have to run it out of defence rather than just kick it. Here's
the chance for Q to clear. Kicks the ball off the ground. Only goes as far as Finlay for the Thunder. She gets tackled, gets the ball on the boot though. And again, it is just in dispute in that centre-half forward position. Everyone's in and on it. Will the ball get pushed out? It was young Jarks that got the ball out. The umpire says play on. It's like a pinball machine in there, Stewie Dunn, and we're going nowhere, as you'll see from the vision on richmondfc.com.au. Last minute, third quarter, it is the Thunder by 27 points, all thanks to Puma. Tapped by Ross, goes as far as Carriage. She doesn't get it. This time picked up and kicked away by Harding. 3 Thunder players that need to talk in there. Here's Samantha May. She's the one that picks up the ball and kicks it straight back to the opposition. And it will be out there, Natalie Gills. Right boots on, Hurds in front for Kew. Coming back is Wilson for the Thunder. Not either of them don't bend down and pick up the ball. It's in dispute again. And the umpire will come in, I think, and throw this one up. Stewie Dunn?
Yeah, it's that thing, isn't it? Both teams, when they get forward, it's very hard to extract it again when the opposition sets up a wall behind the ball. As they fight it out again, and we'll see another ball up on the outer side there. It is 43 plays 16 in favour of the Bendigo Thunder. Let's not forget last time these two teams played, as Emma said, 14 goals to 0. So Kew would be pretty happy with where they see themselves at three-quarter time.
I would have thought you were right. Thanks, Stewie. We're going to have a little chat to Kate Sheen again, the Women's Operational Manager here at the Richmond Footy Club. And Kate, so far that was a pretty windy quarter. Didn't go, there was a couple of goals kicked, but pretty messy play there.
Yeah, I think the girls are getting a bit tired.
Could be
It's
right.
a big ground. Is it similar to what you guys play on up there?
It'd be close to the QO, wouldn't it, Graham?
Yeah, I was saying they're super lucky to have had that experience because obviously playing on a big ground, it makes you play different footy compared to smaller grounds. So, for our girls, it's fantastic. Obviously, they've played a few games on the big ground. I'm not sure about Kew, though. So, obviously, this last quarter will be pretty telling. I reckon there'll be a couple of girls getting a couple of cramps in the calves.
Yeah, and I think, look, the surface being... Our surface at Punt Road is exactly the same surface as the MCG. So they're running a bit quicker. They're probably moving the ball a bit quicker as well, which means they're going to be a bit more fatigued. I'm really impressed by the standard across the board. I mean, I know you guys are in front by a considerable margin, but generally speaking, there's a lot of girls that know what to do. Women's football is starting to look a little bit more structured like men's football. You switch kick out to the left or the right, depending on what side of the ground you're on, and they're getting their hands above the tackler, and just really nice little signs. Super impressed by Cody Jacks. She's lighting it up, isn't she? She knows what to do out there.
Yeah, 16-year-old, and Sarah Merck's out there at the moment. I don't think the camera's on her, but she's getting a picture in front of the Richmond sign. Merky, you've still got another quarter to go. Anyway, that's how excited the girls are to play at Punt Road, and talking to the Kew girls. Thanks again, Kate, to you and the Richmond Footy Club, because, again, we don't get to play on these kind of ovals. I know Kew's only 10 minutes up the road, but they were very keen to play here and really enjoying it.
One of the things that we came to light after having the come and try day the other day was simply how sometimes AFL clubs and people who've worked in AFL clubs for a long time take for granted what they get to do and where they are. And to see the faces of the girls coming through last Monday who have come from all across Victoria. Some were 16 and some were 33, and they're just looking up at these pictures, and they see Jack Rewalt and they see all these, Trent Cotchin was up in the Players' Lounge, and they're just looking around going, oh my God. And this has just been their lifelong dream. And all of a sudden, these girls from Kew who have been playing in the suburbs are now playing at Punt Road, and the CEO of the Richmond Football Club's watching them, and it's exciting, and they deserve it, and now they get the opportunity to live it.
And it's the start of things as far as Bendigo's concerned, because it's not just about Bendigo, it's about Central Victoria. And I know with your academies, Kate, which if you can explain for people who don't know, through the Richmond Footy Club, there's a lot of work going on in Central Vic, isn't there? Yeah,
so the Richmond Football Club have an enormous space up in the top of country Victoria, which stretches from Mildura to Bendigo to Shepparton to Swan Hill to Albury. Look, seriously, we need a lot more people on the ground to help. But what AFL Victoria are doing in that space is really terrific work, but we need to get in there and help them, and that's what we want to do. We don't want to take over, we just want to be of an assistance, and if we can provide some resources for them through our club and the elite sort of facilities we have here, we think that we can only grow football in that region. And only on Thursday, myself and a couple of the staff at Richmond went up to Mildura to have a look at the talent up there and chat to the people on the ground, Trevor and Sam By, ice, and they're doing a great job up there, and people love footy. All we need to do now is get in there and help these girls, and this is what I can talk to because I'm not working in the boys program, but help these girls learn the game of footy a bit better, and the skills. And we had a nice little intimate group in Mildura on Thursday where we actually taught the girls a bit how to kick, and they get out there and they're really good below their knees with their skills, and their marking was actually quite impressive, but some of the kicking needs a little bit of work. And I think that, Granny, we could say that we've seen that across AFLW anyway.
Absolutely.
It's not just at the lower levels, it's at the top level. And for mine, coming from a coaching background, I don't see why girls cannot have the same kicking technique as boys. We won't kick as far, that's okay, but we should be able to look the same.
Yep. And just speaking about the opportunity that these two teams have today, even just the little girls that are out there now, the fact that they're out here and obviously now have, things to aspire to. Hopefully, it's the next generation that we hit as well with having these opportunities.
In 10 years' time, little girls will be out playing footy who are now 14, and AFLW came into their life in 2017, and they will just look like the little boys running around. You won't see anything any different. It's just one's going to have a ponytail, or one's going to be a girl, and one's
maybe a ribbon in the hair.
Yeah, maybe a ribbon in the hair.
Nothing wrong with that.
Might get pulled out by an opponent. So no, it's great. Well, I'm really pumped. I think Richmond are doing a great job.
Just a quick question for you, for both of you, before we get back into the final quarter. Thanks to United and also Puma, is should the girls use a pink ball?
We discussed this at lunch recently, didn't we? Yes. I think it's a nice gesture.
Is it just a gesture, or is it something that gives your own identity?
I'm going to get controversial here. I don't like pink as a colour, and I'm a girl.
Yep.
Sure. That's all I'm after is an opinion.
But I don't have a problem using one either.
I think for special occasions, I think for, breast cancer awareness and that kind of stuff, no worries. But otherwise, why change it? Why change something just because we're female? Yeah,
well, the thing for me would be, it's got to be visual. If I can see a pink ball better than I can see a red ball, then I'm all about it.
Yeah,
and
sure.
If I can kick a size 4 ball better than I can kick a size 5 ball, then I'm all about it. And there do need to be some slight modifications for females in football because we're not as big, our hands aren't as big, we can't kick as far, but that's okay.
Got to kick you out, Kate. You've been good. Thank you. Kate Shan, who's the operational manager for the women here at Richmond.
It's a pleasure working with you, Emma.
Thanks, Kate.
And you, Brian.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Katie.
See you guys.
See you guys. Stewie's back. I thought you were going too, Granny, because you two love each other.
Fist pump.
Oh, let's look at you.
Last
Stewie's
quarter,
back.
Here we go.
Here we go. 27-point lead to the Bendigo Thunder. Here's Stewie Dunn.
Up they go in the middle. McKenna, who's done much of the second half ruck work, got hold of it. Harding tracked it back in a good battle there with Jarks. A couple of good young players for both teams there. Jarks won the footy. What I like about her, Emma, is she just seems to have that extra little bit of time and space, which is the hallmark of a really good player at any level.
Yeah, absolutely. She's really come into it. She probably started a little bit quiet, but as the game's gotten on, she's just powering through and getting a few more touches. And, just being a bit silky with her skills, which is great.
Up they go again. It's knocked Kew's way. Thunder with a bit of defending to do. They're working hard at the defensive end of the ground as they have all day, the Thunder. And the umpire's going to come in and ball this up. 45 from goal. 43-16 is the score on richmondfc.com.au here. Thanks to Grilled Bendigo, who support the Bendigo Thunder as it's kicked into the middle of the ground. Finlay tracking it back. Got Whiting right on a hammer there, and the numbers win the day with Whiting. She was just dragged off the kick. Coming through there was Gills, who's also been impressive for Kew. Couldn't quite get it to sit. Mahoney in there as well, trying to get hold of the ball. Again, Kew just bustling it forward, going forward in metres here, and eventually the kick comes inside forward 50. The Thunder, though, as they have through Wilson, mop up nicely, clear it away down the line. Awkward bounce there, unfortunately, there for Isabel Harding. She just couldn't quite get hold of it. Players arrive now in numbers again. Kew go forward, and might be Shaw on that occasion who's taken the mark on the outer side. Wheels around, brings the ball in towards half forward, but standing tall for the Thunder is Pearson.
Pearson gets a kick away. It's not a bad kick into the wind here, but it goes straight back to Kew, and the chance for them to set up. Emma Grant, the coach, is pointing. They can't see you, Emma. It's all right. Here we go. Ball's in dispute. In fact, I think they'll pay that a mark. Yeah, they will pay that a mark.
Come through the middle.
And it will be. Listen to the coach. Kick's not the greatest. It could end up to being all right, though. The ball's in dispute. 4 or 5 just run around it, pushed away, and the chance for it to come out, that was the youngster in Jarks, only as far as Kew, and there's quite a number of Thunder players here in control. Here's Leah French, the captain. One bounce. Gets past the Kew player there, and Bibby back to French here. Not sure about that one, Emma Grant. Probably wasn't on. French goes again. In fact, caught one high. The umpire said no, play on, and it really is in dispute here through Bilston Gawley. Comes back to Williams for Kew. Can't get it away. Bibby's got the chance. Gets on the right boot. Goes as far as the player back there in Harding, who's had a real good game, Michaela Harding.
Great kick.
And she will clear back to the side. The ball bounces a funny way. That's how football works. Here's Cochrane, goes short towards French. Can't get it over the top. And the ball will be rebounded back through Kew. And the mark's been taken out there by the captain in Nanny McKenna.
McKenna's kick towards half forward again, misses the target. Wilson getting back. She's got Mahoney right on her tail though, and the pressure was good. They battle it out at ground level again. Mahoney goes again, got it clear, but the Thunder stand strong in Pearson, who's been pretty good down there at half back. Jarks couldn't quite take the hot footy. Umpire's going to have to come in and ball this one up. Again, the tackling pressure, Emma, is ferocious.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see, and obviously Kew are continuing to work really hard and create stoppages, which is fantastic.
There's Jarks again, won the ball from the hit out, got a little handball forward. Campbell working close to the boundary line, taking a good tackle. O'Regan for Kew, trying to gather it at ground level again. They really wrestle for it, and it spills out of bounds. We'll have a throw in.
Ball's in dispute here. I mean, there's a chance for either team to just break out of this, but we'll see who goes first. Yeah, exactly. Let's see what happens here. In front, it was big herd for Kew. Ball can't go too far. The ball's handballed out here. Here's the chance for Kew. This time it's through Michaela Harding once again. That's possession number 900, like it feels like it is. Ball is punched away. That time it was Berger. Only went as far as Pearson for the Thunder. Picked up by the captain, McKenna. Didn't go too far at all. Here is the chance now for Coulter. Coulter loses it. Bibby can go forward for the Thunder. Got it on the end of the foot. Didn't go too far. Cochrane's in the first place, though, for this. Kicks forward. There is absolutely no one in front except for Bailey as she makes the way towards the ball with Wiggins. Kicks the ball in front of her. Probably needs to do it again. This one should bounce up to her. She has the chance to put one through for the Thunder and does just that.
Nice call there, Brian. Would have liked to see Tiana Cochrane actually take the grass and take it bounce. And obviously she kicked it to the advantage of her teammate, which ended up really well. Sammy May with the shepherd obviously helped Ellie kick that goal. But, fantastic play there from the Bendigo Thunder getting over the top. Out into the open grass, just what they needed to do.
5 gone, last quarter, 7-7-49. It's a 33-point lead, Q24-16. Thanks to Puma United, also Swinburne Centre, where we're live from this afternoon. Thanks to the Richmond Football Club, who are affiliated with the Bendigo Thunder. We do appreciate standing on the balcony, Stewie.
Yeah, where else would you rather be on a Sunday afternoon than at the greatest football team in the world, Richmond? And I'm not sure, Emma, if that's a tactic or not, that rolling the forwards up and going over the top, but it's a real weapon with Bailey's pace.
Yeah.
It's her third goal now she's kicked, and I think they've all been in that same way.
Yeah, obviously it's working really well. And with Walshy obviously playing up a bit higher now as well. So as long as they've got support around her to shepherd and give her a bit of space, and that's working very nicely. Yeah,
she's certainly got some leg speed as the Thunder again will go forward. Out of side now. And there's, again, plenty of space in that forward 50 as they kick it up towards May, who flew hard at the footy. Ground level, they tackle, and we'll have a ball up. But again, lots of space inside that 50. Only one pair of players as they start to drift back in now. The Thunder very good at creating a bit of room to run into there. McKenna knocks it down. Thunder track it towards the line there, and again, I think we're going to see a ball up. I'd like to know the ball up stats today, Coggo, but there's been a lot. The umpires have earned their keep throwing that footy up in the air.
We had a good stats man. He didn't make it today, so we have to go with Adam. We'll work on that. Here we go. Ball is in dispute right in front of the United Fuel sign. And the umpire may have picked a free kick out. Probably not the worst thing in the world. The ball is kicked forward towards the wing. Pack applies here. In front there was Gills. The umpire has said we might just throw that one. There is a free kick paid out there through the binoculars. In fact, there has been. Yeah. So Gill has the ball for Kew. Kicks the ball forward. Looks for Hurd at the back there. Doesn't take the mark. Here's Ross for the Bendigo Thunder. Can only go as far as into the hands of Potts. They both jump on it. The umpire says, give it to me. I'll trot over there. It looks like he's had a long day, that umpire. He's just doing a bit of trotting now.
Yeah, not sure it was that different at the start, to be honest.
It's good to see you two back me up in this. Here we go. richmondfc.com.au. We're live on the website as the ball is in dispute again. A lot of spectators have made their way into. A lot of people going to Melbourne, Carlton, as you can see at the back if you head towards the goals there on the camera. But, gee, it's been a good little crowd in here today. Here's the chance for the Thunder. This is Billy Lee Humphrey. I'm not sure what she was doing, a little dance in the midfield. Here's May. She takes the mark, the umpire. That is a great mark over the top of O'Regan. And she's injured O'Regan, so we might just get someone out to the young girl. She's quite very strong, is Samantha May, and I tell you what, that was a real hard clash. So we're just having a look at the young girl O'Regan out there. It doesn't move, which isn't a good thing. As Emma Grant starts eating scones now, Dunny. What's going on with that?
Yeah, wouldn't cut it in the Triple M commentary box, mate, but I guess
don't be jealous,
the
fellas.
richmondfc.com.au cast is a bit different.
Yep, doesn't look well out there, O'Regan. Got a couple of trainers out. The umpires are having a look as well, remembering that the clock doesn't stop. There ain't no time on when it comes to Division 1 NFL football. Just helping her up at the moment, so she's made her way to her feet, which is good news. It looks like she might have got winded there, but they're going to
knock in the ribs, I think.
Yeah,
mate.
I would have thought so. Yeah, they're going to bring her off the ground as we speak. So very, very tough clash, and Samantha May is, as I said, a very strong girl. So bring her off.
I think that's been the thing, for me today, not having seen a lot of this style of footy. The physicality of the game today has been super impressive.
For sure.
The hardness of the tackling and the contest has been. Both teams have really gone at this ball ferociously all day, and it's a credit to them.
Just waiting for O'Regan. It is Rachel O'Regan, who's a nurse herself, so she probably knows what's going on with her body at the minute, I would think. Umpire said we'll get into this. Here's May for the Thunder. Kicks as far as the half-forward line. Loutet was in front for the Thunder. Grabs it with one hand. Is contested by two Kew players. A kick out of there was Billy Lee Humphrey. Got a fresh airy. Here's the chance for Kew to go forward, but it's Bibby who's pushed the ball in front of herself. Had a pretty good game, Bibby. Gets it and spins around. Has a look for a teammate. It's back to May for the Thunder. She reverses back. Puts it in drive. Gets a kick forward. It goes as far as the half-forward line. Everyone kind of stood there and waited. Here's Tiana Cochrane with the ball. Goes one way, gets a beautiful tackle by Kew. Picked up by Abby Hay. Gets a kick on the boot. This one is Bailey in front. Doesn't take the mark. Carrot at the back. Did she get one in the back? She didn't. The umpire says play on. It's in dispute. Picked up again by Cochrane. Brings Billy Lee Humphrey into the game. Beautiful smother down there. Ball in dispute once again. About 30 out from the Thunder goal. And the umpire will come in and throw this one up, Emma Grant.
Yeah, it was fantastic play there from Bendigo, but also fantastic defence from Kew. So
up goes Loutet, knocks it forward for the Thunder. Opportunity there, but Kew repel, and a nice mark taken by Mahoney, who's, of course, a Box Hill listed player who's been very good today. Her kick just clears defensive 50, but not for long, you suspect, as the Thunder have plenty of numbers around. Billy Lee Humphrey ran through with it. Picked up, though, by Harding, who wheeled it around the corner. Thunder have done this well all day. They've set up a nice wall at the back of the pack, and Baldwin, on this occasion, mops it up, goes to Jarks, who just can't quite keep it in. And one thing I noticed in that forward passage with the Thunder we talked about earlier was just the skills on both sides of the body, perhaps an area that the girls are still developing. Obviously, a lot of them new to footy, and perhaps some non-dominant side work will be the next facet of the game.
Yeah, and it's a huge part of your game. If you can
Here's Cochrane, 35 out from the Thunder goal. It goes over the back of the pack and it bounces right through. That's the birthday girl, 19-year-old Tiana Cochrane.
They get around her. Have a look at that. That's fantastic to see. All players swarming in to give her a pat on the back. So fantastic camaraderie from the Bendigo Thunder.
You expect maybe a few scouts here today, you would think, Emma, wouldn't you?
Yeah, quite possibly.
There you go, another goal. 8-7-55, the Bendigo Thunder to Q24-16. We've gone 12 minutes into this last quarter. And that's all right, Kate Sheen. She doesn't need any more scones.
Just had some word, actually, that the Tigers are liking what they see from Tiana Cochrane.
Oh, like that. We like that. Kate Sheen come back and play, will she, Emma?
Never know.
Never know if
She's
Kate Sheen will be back.
She's working really hard on her rehab, and she's got skill, that girl.
So is this one. Tiana Cochran gets the ball across to her ruckman in Loutet. Good mark in front, though, from Kew. On the left boot, gets it going real quick. Mark is on there too, doesn't take it. Here's the chance for French to go forward. The captain gets on a right boot, just gets it on there. It'll be picked up by Coulter, though. Coulter gets a kick away for Kew into the middle. Goes to no one in particular, and everyone kind of stands there and looks at it, except for Ruby Campbell. Ruby Campbell, short pass on there from Cochran. This one, it goes across to the right side for Emily Finlay. She takes a nice little run, goes short, but it only goes as far as the Kew player in Lodge. Ball's in dispute, about 30 out from the Thunder goal. Umpire says, give it to me. We'll throw it up. Probably could have done a little bit better there, Emily Finlay. Yeah,
but Ellie also needs to play in front. As a forward, you've got to be playing in front. But I love Tiana Cochran's switch through the middle there. Obviously opened it up and gave Thunder the great opportunity there.
Ball's tossed up, pushed out. 3 to 4 to 5 players around the ball at the moment, not going anywhere. In fact, a
bit of rugby style.
A bit of rugby style it was, yep. Tried to gain a few metres there. And the ball will be thrown up again. We've gone nearly 14 minutes into this final quarter. NFL action, richmondfc.com.au. Billy Lee Humphrey, and they hurt too. The umpire says you've dropped that one. Sorry, we're looking at the bent finger. This will be Cody Jarks, the girl from Heathcote. 16, do you believe this? The next star coming through. She's 30 out, Em. Can she make the distance?
I think it will be right on her distance. I think we need a shepherd here from Airlie on the goal line.
Gets the kick away. You're right. Won't make it. It'll only just, or will it? In fact, it does make it. Goes to the wrong side. Another point to the Thunder. 8-8, 56, Q2416. Thanks to United Fuel. Also, Puma, thank you very much for looking after the Bendigo Thunder. And we're at the Swinburne Centre, Emma Grant.
We are, and I just noticed a fair few interchanges happening here. So a few of the girls getting a bit tired, a bit heavy in the legs, but changing all the time, which is great.
Ball's kicked out. This time it's loud at the ruckman. She'd back herself from there, Jackie. 40 out?
Too far.
Too far, okay. Let's see what you like. She's not lining up. She's just going to kick it. Let's see how she goes. Gets very close to the girl on the mark. Ball doesn't make the distance. Mark is on. Pushed away by Kew, and the chance for Michaela Harding again to get it forward. Does do that, and the ball picked up by Potts. Can't actually pick it up, but a kick away again. And a nice little mark there too. Gee, they're playing on, Kew. Kicks the ball out towards the boundary side here. We've got the numbers, the Bendigo Thunder, but that one will roll across the line. Right in front of the commentary box here, Emma Grant, who is going to take a photo. Well, you take a photo while Stu and I talk anyway.
Thanks. I can do two things at once, actually, Brian.
Just interesting, we saw Natalie Gills, you referred to getting the finger put back into place and straight back on the ground. So
fantastic.
Nice and tough. I actually think she did that before the game, having a kick in front of us here on the wing.
Right,
I reckon her finger went out as well. So it's happened a couple of times to her today. So tough as nails to go back as it comes over the top to Finlay, who couldn't quite get loose, but she's got plenty of support. Campbell now will kick them inside forward 50, but standing tall is Lodge, who takes the mark in defence and had the opportunity perhaps to take the switch there through Bilston Gawley. Didn't take it. Instead, she'll go back down the line. Cochran in best position here. And, well, she almost took the mark, but then applied a heavy tackle at ground level. Nice second effort there. And been very good today, as we've said, Emma, Tiana Cochran.
Yeah, she's just getting better and better as the game goes on. So looking forward to these last few minutes and see if she can have a real impact.
4 minutes and counting on the clock as Shaw for Kew goes across the ground. And, heavy clash, but nice mark there.
Merck.
Taken by the Thunder by Merck. And she's got Walsh on. The kick's just a little high and slow to her. She stands tall. Couldn't quite take it on the second attempt at ground level. Jarks wheels it around the corner. And a bit of polish for her third goal of the day, Cody Jarks.
Yeah, fantastic work there by Sarah Merck with the really strong mark. And then she just pushed back really quick and tried to get it in there as soon as she could. Obviously, it was on top of Walsh's head, but she was able to bring it to ground, and Cody snapped truly.
And we've said it before, but just class that. It's just a classy finish from Cody Jarks. Nice skills and nice awareness.
Yep.
Well, I tell you what, the old man, who's Troy, has just sent me a text saying she's from Bendigo, not bloody Heathcote, so I'm in trouble.
Oh, yeah, they live out Strathfield Say, I think.
They do, which is Bendigo. It's a suburb of Bendigo anyway. So, sorry, Troy, and he's a big boy. Troy will sort me right out when I see him next. I'm more scared of Trudy than Troy, but that's all right. Here we go, as the ball is in dispute. Chance for the go forward is Q through to Luca. Went nowhere, though. And the umpire come back in and throw this one up. We're in the last stages of the last quarter. 3 minutes to go with the Thunder well and truly in control. Ball's tapped out. This time it's Abby Hay. She'll get a kick away, and she does. Who's coming forward? Walsh for the Bendigo Thunder. Ball, like it does, bounces funny ways. Here's Walsh, though. Should be shepherded by Thunder teammate, isn't. Back to Radnell, hasn't been seen for a little while. She runs straight back into the Kew play. The umpire says, we'll play that one on, and they do. Here is Barkler across to Bailey. Bailey, this time it's Kew to go forward, and they do through the player there at the back here. In fact, it's Perez for the Thunder. Picks it up, kicks it, comes back, going nowhere in particular. I tell you what, Cochrane has got the votes today. She gets on the right boot. Wasn't the greatest kick, Emma Grant.
No, it wasn't, but it might just work out all right here. Well, she's closing in. Great tackle there.
The ball will be out of play on the Puma sign right out the other side of this beautiful oval, which is the Swinburne Centre. Carlton Melbourne coming up. See the spectators making their way past, probably having a look at the women's footy thinking, gee, that's a bit of all right. Ball's in dispute here. Tapped out the back here. It was Ruby Campbell. Coming through was Barkler. Didn't get the ball, but this time it's Radnell on the right boot. Kicks in dispute again for the ball. This time it's Walsh. Gets a handball out. Goes across to Loutet. This time it's back to Bailey. Didn't get the ball. Great tackle by Loutet. And the ball will be thrown up, probably 30 out from the Bendigo Thunder goal.
What do we got? 90 seconds to go.
Just enough time probably for the Thunder here as they are 9-8-62, 2-4-16 RQ. Snap out of the pack is a behind for the Thunder. And we'll see the kick in come from Priscilla Lodge, who's been pretty good down back for Kew today. Had plenty to do. Plenty of ball inside the Thunder forward 50. Not sure that was quite the way we play on from the goal square, but the umpires let it go, and Cochrane takes
good mark.
No, in fact, I thought she had it, but it's been taken off there by McKenna. I'm sure that Cochrane had a fair piece of that footy as meanwhile it comes up the ground of Finlay. In fact, Barkler takes a nice mark. She was very good early when the game was there to be won.
But coming back into it now, which is great.
Walsh in front position, brought the ball to ground, got plenty of players at their feet, including Jarks, who just finds a way, goes back to Walsh, a little awkward, couldn't quite get the ball, and we've got a free kick coming.
Knew what she wanted to do, Andrea Walsh, Granny, but certainly didn't do it. But anyway, here we go.
30 seconds here.
Kew, good mark under pressure too from Berger. She's been pretty good today.
Football Club employee.
Oh, no.
Does our opposition analysis, actually. She's fantastic on the computer, sits in the box with Bucks. Knows her footy well.
Here she goes, gets a kick away, goes about 30 metres at the back there. Good mark by Pearson, playing her first game after playing reserves. Decides to play on, probably saw the clock the way it is. Jarks from Bendigo, not Heathcote. She picks up the ball. That's back to Jessica Berger. Went nowhere. In fact, that's the siren. And that'll do us. 9-9-63, the Bendigo Thunder, Q24-16. Thanks to Puma. Emma Grant, your thoughts?
Look, I think it was a fantastic game of footy. It was a great spectacle for the Richmond staff to have a look at. Obviously, the last game they played was very one-sided. So I think Q's going to be happy with that. Speaking to the coach beforehand, number one, they wanted to score, and they did that with the first two goals of the game. And he wanted to see improvement. Obviously, they're sitting right on fifth, so currently holding a spot for finals. So for the Bendigo Thunder, I know speaking to Russ before the game, he wanted to break them early, and that clearly didn't happen. But one of the things he actually really wanted to work on was their tackling, and I think watching that from up here, their tackling was ferocious and really, really good. So I think both teams will walk away pretty happy, and for women's football in general, what a fantastic day. Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's been a fantastic exhibition of footy today. Both teams super hard at it. It was ferocious around the footy. Some nice skills on display, and look, you can see why this is becoming a more and more popular format of the game, because there's a lot of young talent out there on display from both teams, and they've all got bright futures ahead, I suspect. Yeah, that's for sure, and it's great for Bendigo to have the chance to play it here at this beautiful oval, which is the Swinburne Centre, and we do appreciate it. The girls, I'm not sure what's happening here with Priscilla Lodge has been chaired off. Perhaps a milestone game today. Yeah. Maybe. Sure. So nice touch from the girls there. But
she's a bit nervous about who's carrying her at the moment. There she goes. So we're not sure what the story is there. We know she works in real estate, so she might have made budget for the month. Who knows? But so well done. It's great to be here at the Swinburne Centre. I know the Bendigo Thunder girls do appreciate it. I know the reserves will be shattered that they don't play here, but I'm sure they'll get their chance at some stage. So it's a good thing, and I'm sure the girls will appreciate the many people that have turned up to have a bit of a look here.
Yeah, it's been a nice crowd, and lots of people wandering into Melbourne Carlton, been stopping and having a bit of a look on the way through too. So nice exposure for the game. That's
for sure. All right, well, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks so much to Richmond Footy Club for putting on what's been a terrific day here at the Swinburne Centre. Thanks to Grill Bendigo, Mr. Bob's, It's Her Gym, Channel 9, and great breakfast show, Triple M Bendigo breakfast show, Stewie.
Never miss it, mate.
Not bad.
You don't miss it because you never hear it.
Good footy show, I hear too.
Yeah, before the show. Yeah, all right, Granny. It's on the Triple M Bendigo Facebook site. We'll sign off here. Thanks for joining us here at the Swinburne Centre, and thanks to the many people that put it together. I know Gab's listening to it at the moment. Thanks, Gab. Our cameraman's done a great job today, and we'll be back to do it all again because it's been a whole lot of fun. So congratulations to everybody who's part of it, and we will talk to you soon.